Start her up.
Hello, everybody from around the world.
Welcome to another Fast Friday here on GFW Trains.
We talk about everything, but mostly trains.
Right on. George here.
What? George here? I am George from GFW Trains.
And I am Wally, the guy who takes GFW Trains places.
You can't say that anymore.
Oh, George is big 16 now.
You can't say that anymore, man.
So welcome to everybody to the stream. For those of you that are new around here, we have a weekly talk show that we do here called Fast Friday. For those that are back again, welcome back. Good to see you.
That's right. Welcome back to the stream. And we're doing another old style stream.
Flow, huh?
Yes, sir.
Just doing a little flow. Well, next Friday, I got some big surprises going on. GFW put in a slip so that he could have the day off. It's going to be GAW Trains in Waldozer Productions.
Oh?
Yeah.
Okay.
Next Friday, Grandpa George coming in to take the seat over here, George.
So, basically me in a couple years, right?
Yep, probably about good 60 years. Yeah. No, that'd be cool. Yesterday was a big day for you.
Yes, it was. Yesterday we last day of school. Well, Wednesday was, but it was the official last day of school.
Oh, you had a little
Thursday.
bit of a Georgie skip day, huh?
I didn't skip. It was an e-learning day.
E-learning. I wish I had thought of e-learning when I was growing up. Mom, Dad, e-learning.
Yeah, AKA fishing.
Fishing.
But yeah. So that's what Thursday or yesterday was. Today, I was just we had and I had some friends over last night. Well, no, today's Friday. Oh.
Friends over last night?
So I had some friends over last
Running
night.
trains. It was really actually kind of cool because you had friends from school over and you were introducing them all to trains.
Yeah, and they were running trains, and it was really fun. So, yeah, and they slept over, and it was pretty fun. And yeah.
So Memorial Day weekend, love it. Fast Friday, Memorial Day weekend. It's one of my favorite weekends of the year. Indianapolis 500 on Sunday. We're going to be hanging out with my brother, my dad, my nephew, George, hanging out, drinking some iced tea and watching the 500. There we go. One yawn for George. Everybody who's new around here, used to be every time George says Cap 40, you'd have to take a drink. But now we do it where every time George yawns, you have to take a drink.
Oh, boy.
It was a nice thing about the stay-at-home. You had lots of time on your hands. And since I've been back to work, great to be back at work. I'm blessed to have an opportunity to go back to work. But haven't had a chance to work on the trains much. Took the day off.
I think I'm going to take the hat off. Anyways.
Full mullet.
Full mullet. That's right.
Full mullet.
Anyways, continue.
So anyway, I took the day off and I had a chance to work on a lot of the trains. So we got, I think, the upper level all set to lay down track. We got all the pillars up. We got everything, and going to be good. Uh-oh. Hope we don't have any, guess we're getting some lag and some buffering here. Shoot. Let me just do this. All right, so let's see here. I'll welcome everybody in. Hopefully the lag will go away. I'll catch up, and hopefully you guys can keep me posted on the lag. And for those of you that weren't here last week, I dropped my computer, and I had to reset up all of the wiring for the studio after dropping my computer last week. It was quite the, yeah. So the rewiring, hopefully that's just, I don't know. But first and foremost, it's Sean's birthday today. Sean of Sean's Trains, happy birthday. sing my happy birthday?
Happy birthday to you.
This is George singing.
Happy birthday.
This is
to
me singing.
you.
Happy birthday, dear Sean. Happy birthday to you.
Censored by the CNO.
CNO censoring. All right. Well, happy birthday, Sean. For those of you who don't know Sean's train, go check out his channel. He's got a really, really cool channel. Let's get him some subscriptions today. What do you say, guys? And yeah, also, if you're just rolling through the door, do us a huge favor and smash that like button if you would. I see that there were some people spying some of the new things that we have around the layout.
Oh. Well,
Over the shoulder here, we got the GFW Trains flag. That was from Bill Cabernis for George's birthday. Let's see, we got up over here, we got Mothra. Mothra's flying through the sky. That's a gift from Grandma for birthday. And then over here, those are the Monods. Keep your eyes peeled. We got an unboxing video coming out for those Monods.
we gotta finish the video. We didn't finish it. We
got halfway through.
We opened them and they were.
We'll get onto that. So anyway, let's welcome everybody through the door. If you're new around here, we blow a whistle for all of the people that come in and hang out with us when you come through the door. So let's welcome Slide Gat, Chesapeake and Ohio Railroad. Welcome. Sean's Trains. It's his birthday. Hopefully he stayed around long enough to hear my beautiful rendition of Happy Birthday. Happy birthday, Stephen Coverall. Hey, start talking with you. And might be coming out our way. I can't wait to see that. That'll be fun. We'll have to
really
do
cool.
Let's see. David Stevens in the house. Welcome, David. Our man LJL Rail Yard. Robert Cersei's in the house. We've got Who Farted in the house.
Oof.
Happy Fast Friday, fellow train addicts. Our man Ours Trains is here. How you doing, Ours Trains? Grandma Nita's and Willow, they're all the train buds. And then Grandpa George is here saying hello. Good to see everybody. DB Tex into his house. Alaska 3 Railroad saying hello from the land of the midnight sun. Oh, right there. Take a drink, everybody. I'm going to need to get some iced tea, but I might not make it if I do the I wish the GFW flags were in the official merch.
Then we didn't even. So a friend of ours gave that to me for my birthday. That was another birthday gift. Bilko. He gave that to me. We flew high, crowded high at Disney. Yeah, Indy. But,
right.
Yeah.
Right. So we got Jeopardize 07 here says, hey, what's up? Layout's looking better every live stream. Well, thanks for that. We've been working hard on it, actually.
Yeah, one thing I noticed is the paint makes it look a lot brighter.
It does look a lot brighter, doesn't it?
Look a lot brighter.
So we put that paint down today. George and I did. We were out here. Isaiah Hawkins here. Welcome, Isaiah. And by the way, Jeopardize 07, thanks for the compliment on that. We have got Metro, Amtrak, BNSF, CB&Q, Milwaukee Road Rail Fanner. Another drink, everybody. See, I like this one better than Cam Ford nowadays because George just can't stop the yawn. Can't stop the yawn. Let's see here. We got some new clouds painted. Exactly. We got some more over here. That's right. As far as the background goes, we got the Hellgate Bridge over here incorporated in with our lift bridge. That's actual lift bridge. We're going to get that incorporated in on the layout. And as we come around here, you'll start seeing this come in more. But over here that you can't see, I'll have to pick this up and show because this is actually really cool. Started on the Chicago skyline because it's the Chicago Eastern Shore. So over here is Yorkville. We'll do a grand tour. Over here when we get done, that's going to be the city of Yorkville. You can kind of see the grain elevator and over there. We're working on it in this way. And as we come through this, we're going east across the United States. So as you can see over here, we're starting to get Chicago coming in. That's the Standard Oil building and the Sears Tower over there. And we've got one of our lift bridges. Then we're going to have our station. Our station's kind of a holding area for some stuff right now. We've got station platforms over there. That's a pull-through station. And then back over here to Wayne's World. we got back over there to New York. So it's coming in. It's coming in. Grandma's been coming out, putting in some really hard work on that. So, yep, Grandpa says 61 years later. Let's see here. George, excited about summer?
Heck yeah. Especially since I'm going to be able to drive, too.
That's right. George is 16, just got his driver's license, got the official one right through the mail, all right?
I even put the Pit Viper enhancement kit on it.
Nice. So, Brendan's Trains and Things wondering is the Cab 4 run. What do you got running here today, George?
Well, I don't have the Cat 4 running. I have the Mallet, the Specific Know-How Mallet, and the Daylight. I guess we could put the Cat 4 in the Daylight a little bit later. But
Yeah. All right, I got to run through these names here, and everyone's saying hi. I kind of got lost there. But this is one hard part where you're juggling, people checking in and saying hi and welcoming everybody, seeing all our good friends, and getting everybody going. So we got Railfan Steinwald. I'm probably butchering that. Welcome to the stream. Appreciate you being here. If you're just rolling through, please smash that like button for us. Hopefully we're through with the buffering. I don't know. Train Storms in the house. We got Brendan's Trains in the house. I guess we got Kind Cake 1523s here. Good. I guess we had about did we get Brendan's Trains? We got Brendan's Trains, didn't we?
Yeah.
LGL's wondering if you like the night mail, George. Night boss. I don't know what it is either. You're gonna have to give us an education on that one, LGL. Again, Sean's Trains. Happy birthday! Grandpa wants us to. George has to show off the train meet contest. So we had a $20 challenge at our last TCA meet. We'll get to that in just a second. $20 challenge where George and I went to the meet. We had $20 in our pockets, and we had to see who could buy the coolest train. And it's going to be up to you guys to decide who got the cooler train of the two. But we got some really cool stuff, George, and I think that even beyond the $20 challenge, we can show everybody what we got because I think it's some neat stuff. Robert Edward in the house. Hello, George. Wally got his awesome enjoying summer. I know I'm kind of jealous of George.
Okay, so first day off of summer, right? It's May. It has to be 50 degrees.
Today was kind of a bummer day to be outside.
And we were outside in the morning. So we have a friend, or when we were sleeping over, we have a friend, right? And he's a farmer or whatever. He has to get up early to do his chores. His alarm went off at 5:30. And everybody had to get up, or not at 5:30, but they all got up early, man, and it just sucked. What did they decide to do? They decided to go fishing at 7 in the morning.
Nice.
First day off of school. I was kind of ticked about that just because I was like, I want to sleep. And then then there's these dirt bike trails by my house, and my friend brought his dirt bike, but he didn't want to take it on the trails because it was muddy, so we ended up mountain biking the trails. And so it was me and him. We were mountain biking these trails, and there was this one jump that I didn't like. I did it on the mountain bike, and it my back slid out from behind me, and I totally face planted in the mud. It was awful, but yeah, I took a shower and now I'm all cleaned up.
Boom. Nice.
That's this morning.
And that's this morning. So in the house, welcoming Chris Lambert. We're welcoming Scotsman Production. Funkmaster Beavis, welcome everybody. Good to see you here. Let's see. James Train in the house. Graham says, any of you guys follow RJ's Trains? He was doing a trip report on Amtrak, but running late for a connection to the Empire Builder in Chicago. Told him to get in touch if he's stuck in Chicago.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that. That'd be kind of, I was running through Chicago here. That would have been a fun trip to go see him, even if it was just for a second at the Union Station.
Yeah.
Let's see here. LJL knows the song, dude. Grandpa likes to sing the song. LJ, bring that up next week. Go, Grandpa. OG George will sing that Monon. Up and down, Monon. He loves that one. So, James Trains wants to know if the big boy clears, George.
Just barely.
We were working on that this morning. That was really hard. Thanks, Devin. We got that second level all ready to put the track down. Hopefully this weekend we can get at least some of the tracks started on that. Everybody take a drink. You talk?
Oh, I'm just reading the R's thing. That's a lot of R's.
Oh gosh.
George, it's 45.
Yeah, it is pretty chilly out today.
My bad. But yeah.
Let's see here. LGL says Royal Mail is LMS 1936 train.
I've never seen it.
Never seen it either. Never seen it. What's your favorite tourist railroad, George? Tennessee Valley?
Yeah.
Railway Museum?
Yeah.
Yep. The Royal Alco.
There you go.
Yep.
Very rare excursion right there.
Very rare. 3 to 3:30 is better for fishing, George. Oh, Scotsman Productions going to see the Norfolk and Western 611 tomorrow. I am super jealous, George.
Yeah, that is really cool. I wish I could see it. Robert Zimmerman watching the stream.
Berkshire 736 is here. Speaking of Berkshire 736, that's kind of a little bit of a
teaser
for our thing here. And Berkshire 736 says, love the articulated rail sounds in the background. That's from the
Mallet. Arguably my favorite sound chip ever put into a steam locomotive. Like, I am a big fan of the the TMCC or like this style TMCC like steam sound or like the chuffing sound, and I love the whistle on this. I mean, like this the sounds in this engine totally give me like good memories. You know what I'm saying? Running trains on Grandpa's layout.
Because he's got one like
he's got the Wheeling and Lake Erie one.
Right.
And me and Sam would run that. I would run this one, and then Sam would run the big boy all the time.
Right, right.
Or I'd run the EM1, but I haven't heard the EM1 in forever. But yeah, this is giving me very good vibes.
So, by the way, welcome Thomas. Thomas Iden's in the house. We were driving right by his.
I know your old
Harley
dealership.
Yeah, the old Harley Davidson dealership. We were driving by and we were thinking about you, talking about you. So, wonder if your ears were ringing. So, Alaska says, George, want to go fishing for something bigger than those little bass that you have down there? Some of those salmon up there in Alaska, dude.
Huge.
Hey, what kind of a mallet is it, George? A 2662 or a 2882?
It's a 2662. It's really small, but yeah.
Brendan says, Brendan's train says, I wish Lionel would make the 1309 because the C&O mallet 1521 looks like the 1309, and I really like that whistle a lot.
Yeah, the 1309 is cool. But yeah, I think the 1521 was, or like they made this mallet before that was like big. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. A little speed record on that mallet. Speaking of speed records, George, Scotsman Productions asked a good question. We've talked about this a lot. What are your thoughts on the T1 trying to beat the Mallet's record?
If it's American built, I don't care what engine beats it.
Yeah?
Yes. That's all I gotta say. Yes.
Tell me what you really think of the Mallard holding the record.
I don't like it. Shouldn't have it. But anyways, that's just my
Bill Cabernis in the house. Says, hi guys, was here earlier, but noticed that 2 out of 4 beehives tipped over because of the rain. Oh my gosh. For those of you who don't know, Bill Cabernis is our good friend, and he keeps bees.
Gave us the flag.
He gave us the flag. Yeah, I can't say enough about him. One of my favorites.
No, sir.
George's number 1 fan. No, actually, my grandma and grandpa are number 1 fan. Mama, I think he's probably in front of Anita. Bill, right up there, the top tier.
Top 10.
Top tier of fans. So, Trade fan was saying they thought Lionel made a C&O 1309. Do you know, George?
I bet you they made it in like the newer catalog. I know they did a rerun of they did a legacy version of the mallets, but I've never seen one. But yeah.
So Train Fan 120 says Mallard sort of cheated for the record because it was going downhill.
Exactly.
LJL says the Coronation Scott could be the best of the T1. And
Okay.
LGL loves the Mallard. I do too. I like the Mallard as well. The Mallard's grown on me. Spencer.
Nope.
Actually, we saw the Mallard, President Eisenhower when we were at the National Railway Museum out there in Green Bay, Wisconsin. They've got one. It's the only one here in the United States. There's one here in the United States in Green Bay, and then one in Wisconsin. Or not Wisconsin. It's different. One in Canada. I think it's the Dominion of Canada. Yes, the Dominion of Canada that we have there. There we go. Talking about the Indy 500 there. Grandpa says, Bill, come. It's 10 o'clock on Saturday. Bring what you want.
Go Carpenter Racing. I want Ray Hall to win. Uh-oh. But yeah, anyways.
George, what's your favorite mallet locomotive in real life?
Well, isn't mallet technically like any articulated locomotive? So if that's the case, it's the cab forward. If it's like a mallet, it would be 1521. Actually, 1309 because it's like one of two articulated steam locomotives.
Right
now. And the story on it's really cool.
Right. So Thomas, sadly, we're not making it out to the Indy 500 this year. We're erring on the side of caution, even though we're all vaccinated. We don't want to hit that crowd yet this year. So we're not going to the 500. It's going to be my first time since my daughter was born that I didn't make the 500. But I'll watch it at home. I'll be watching it with friends, drinking plenty of iced tea. You're going to have a lot of fun anyhow. Kevin Blab says, ooh, Fast Friday. Sorry I didn't have time to see the live stream. Hope you have a great night. See you. Well, thanks for swinging by and at least saying hello, Kevin Blab. Make sure you smash that like button on your way out. And by the way, everybody, please do that for us. Smash that like button. Brendan's train said theoretically the Pennsylvania Railroad E7 did an unofficial speed record of 127 miles an hour before the Mallard. So that's a topic of conversation we always talk about around here.
Yeah, the Mallard only hit the speed record for like a couple of seconds. Where the Milwaukee Road Atlantics, the Hiawathas did triple digits like for long periods of time.
Right. The Atlantics on the Hiawatha were known for doing mainline runs for over 100 miles an hour. They just didn't keep track of that, did they, George?
They didn't care. It was kind of like, I guess at the time it was kind of normal per se. You had like the Atlantics that were really like that were going really fast. I mean, I'm not sure how fast the T1s went, but I'm assuming if they're trying to beat the speed record with it pretty damn fast.
Then you've got the Northerns.
Yeah, the Northerns.
The 644-49.
I mean, you even had like
844
and they even had like
611. That's the other
unstreamlined trains running, going over 100.
Right.
Like heck, they had the first steam engine go over 100 miles an hour at the Museum of Science and Industry.
Right. The 999.
999. Yeah.
Yep.
But yeah, so yes, I mean it's just kind of like I guess it was considered normal.
So, from my understanding of it, that they didn't really want to keep those records because at the time those records were being put out there in the United States, they were trying to keep the actual speeds that different locomotives could run kind of under wraps because of potential enemies of the state, with the looming world wars and everything like that.
I believe it.
Are you talking to today, are you, George?
I don't know.
There we go.
But yeah, so that's what I gotta say.
I'm sticking to it. So, George, what's your favorite Great Northern steam locomotive?
Probably the R2. I like the R2s.
Yeah, I do too.
Or their Northerns. I forget the one that Uncle Bill's got's pretty cool.
Right. Train Fan 120 is saying that, and I agree about this. It's just what we're talking about. The daylights could hit triple digits, and they were routinely ran at 80 to 90 miles an hour on the tracks going forward. Wow. I didn't know that, LJL.
Yeah.
Here, George, I'm going to go and get something to drink. Why don't you take over for a while?
Okay. I'm running the Kayline Shay. I didn't know Kayline made Shays. Although, I did TMCC. Because, I mean, Shays are pretty cool. Especially, I know I have a friend who's got a TMCC one, and that one's really, really neat. So, any of those geared locomotives, I think, are really neat. Grandpa says, was on the El Capitan in late 50s doing at least 90, maybe more. The El Cap's really cool, too. Especially, I mean, since it was, like, the first train with bi-level cars. Or at least the first train that had, like, the nice ones. The ones that Amtrak used. George no longer cab forward. What do you mean by that, Grandpa? So is everyone going to be running a patriotic train on Monday? I don't know, man. I don't think we have. I'm trying to think of what we got. I guess we got the Jeremiah O'Brien, which is pretty NPC one. I'm gonna be at a friend of mine's house running trains, so I think it'll be really cool. Grandpa George, which version of the El Capitan, the single lever version or the double deck version? I'm assuming it's probably the double deck version, just because that's the train that I don't know. That's the model that he has, and he's pretty. I mean, that's one of his favorite trains. I don't think I've ever seen it off the layout. Alaska 3 Railroad says the Lionel Shays uses a good part of Lionel or K-Line's tooling from their Shay. I've got a K-Line Shay too. I believe it. I mean, a lot of trains that like the SD 70 Max, those I think a lot of the tooling from those was used from K-Line. But I mean, K-Line had some pretty nice tooling that that Lionel just kind of recycled, and I mean, I don't blame them for that. I mean, they paid all that money for K-Line, might as well use it. You know what I mean? There we go. Double deck was after 1957, so I guess not. Got me a 4141 Chris. Might pull it out of my casket car and run a small patriotic train. Dude, I wish we had a casket car. Those are cool.
Oh, I forgot I had my microphone, and everyone probably heard me getting my drink, George. Good thing I wasn't going to the bathroom.
Uh-oh. Yeah, good thing. Isaiah Hawkins says, I found an original Lionel 97 Cola elevator earlier today.
Nice. Where's that at, Isaiah? Speaking of finding stuff, George and I had our $20 challenge.
I'm going to go get mine.
$20 challenge. Why don't you explain what that was, George?
So the $20 challenge last week during the stream, did we discuss that before the stream? Was it kind of
just kind of on the fly because we.
I'm mad at you for that though.
Why?
Because I spent all my money during the challenge.
George can't. If George has $1 and goes to a train show, he's going to lose $1. George has $5,000 and goes to a train show. He's going to spend all $5,000.
As soon as I buy one thing at a train show, it just yeah. And you know what? Doing a pretty good job. The last couple of train shows we went to, I hadn't bought anything. We did the $20 challenge, and I bought my first thing, and it just was kind of like the domino effect after that.
You ended up spending what, $140 at the train show?
$140, yeah.
$140. North Country Trains in the house. Good to see you, North Country Trains. We got Nick Childs.
Hello, Nick.
Nick plays baseball with George. Welcome to the stream. Enjoy that. So, hey, why don't you go get your stuff, George?
All right, I'll be back.
So, it's really cool because Midwest Division of the Train Collectors Association belonged to the Train Collectors Association, and they had their an outdoor meeting in the parking lot. It was really good. There were a lot of good trains there. It was really good to see some old friends and meet some new friends that we have out there. And on the stream last Friday, George, I made a challenge to George to see who could find the cooler piece for $20. And George found a really good one, but I think that I got a really good one here coming up too. We both got really good deals. George ended up spending, he got his $20 challenge, but he ended up spending, I got one good thing for $10. This is how it went. I got one good thing for $10. Then George went and kind of made an impulse purchase. And it's kind of cool. It's kind of cool. George will bring it back. Or bring it down, I think. So he bought that. And I think I got the better out of that $10 purchase. Then I turn around, and a guy offered to George, or George was able to swing a deal with a guy for a really, really nice piece for $20. And then I had to up my game on that. So then I found another piece for $20. So I actually spent $30 on the things that I got. George ended up buying a little bit more than myself because he got some good deals after that initial one. Don't forget the N-gauge piece.
Oh, yeah, I'll go grab that.
George is right over here. Grandpa says he set up George for the win. Yes, because Grandpa was talking to some guys, one guy in particular, and Grandpa was talking about our $20 challenge. The guy heard it, so I think that's one of the reasons why George was able to swing such a good deal. And money does make George go trade crazy. But I'm telling you, you're going to like what he's got. He's got it right over here on the other side of the camera. It's about ready to bring that out. Man, that maglev goes fast, huh? Yeah, so George has got to get out and roll a lot of lawns. So the '97 coal loader you found at a trade shop called Toy Trades and Collectibles. Did you end up buying it then? That's a fun piece. That little, we got one right back over. So we've got the two coal loaders right there. Have the '97 and the 397 right there. Oh man, Randall stopped on the I-55 bridge. Traffic must be crappy. Brendan, I have a K-line Shea with TMCC and it's painted. It is a painted unlettered model in the Mount Templus, the crookedest railroad in the world lettering. Interesting. Hey, welcome to the stream, Train Addict. If you're just coming in, do us a huge favor, smash that like button. Helps us out a lot with that algorithm. And shoot that out there with everybody. Nice. Bought it, huh? Let's see here. So, all right, George, why don't you come over here? Let's see here. DB Tech says he's looking at log hookers at the last train show. All right, so let's walk through this, right? I was telling everybody about how we got to the...
Why don't we make it the $30 challenge?
No. We back? There we go. Just trying to put this down here. All right, we'll be back. Sorry about that, guys.
Why don't we make it $30 challenge and show them? Because I think both our totals are $30, right?
Well, no, because I think your $30 challenge is going to... Let's walk through this. Yeah, let's do $30 challenge.
Okay.
So, because, all right, so I told everybody how this all kind of played out.
Uh-oh.
Told everybody how it played out. All right. So I was first. I got something for $10. This is what I got for my $10 at the train show. I got myself for $10 an industrial rail. I was like $10 down, $10 to go. So got this really cool industrial rail PFE reefer here. It's
I think that's the one I got for the door prize, but they're the same thing.
You were pretty excited that you got it for the door prize.
Yes.
That's for show. So this is a pretty sweet piece. So right here, Vandorm Media Works says $30 challenge to get Wally a better computer connection. Aren't we all just if there's one thing that gets under Wally's skin, it's what, George?
Computer connection.
Computer problems. Man, right there, man. Right there. That's what got it. Brendan, we don't have any long trains. All right. So anyway, PFE reefer right there. That's what I got for $10. So then George goes.
I got.
So this was kind of a new jerk.
This was an impulse buy. I kind of regret buying it, but it's cool, I guess. It's they're made in England. It's called. They're made by.
LGL like it if they're made in England.
It's the Lone Star Company. And so these little N scale trains. It's a set. It's got a New Haven box car, but instead of like a box car, it's like a carriage.
It's a carriage,
bridge
but it's
carriage.
decorated like a.
And then you got this caboose.
It's kind of neat. I'll hold two of them, George.
Okay.
And they're all die cast.
Yeah, like
really heavy. They're kind of neat. They you just push them on the track, right? There's no engine.
I looked them up, and they're like pretty.
I like how that's a New Haven decorated, but hold that closer because it's like a carriage as opposed to
a box car.
Yeah.
Look at the couplers; they're so weird. It's like. How do you? Yeah.
So anyway, that's what George got for his $10. So $10 to $10. So
yeah. So that's
the first $10. Who thinks that going through $10? Who thinks is ahead at $10?
I think I am.
Yep.
Yes.
Take a drink there.
I think I am. That's faux show.
All right. So anyway, first $10 down. So at this point, everybody's hearing about our $20 challenge. I got $10 to go. George has got $10 to go. Grandpa's talking about it. George rounds a corner, and there was a piece that Grandpa and I had been eyeing. That was a really neat post-war piece.
You weren't eyeing it. You guys are drooling over it.
Yeah. Yeah. So anyway, George rounds the corner, starts talking with the guy that had it. Can you explain to what happened there, George?
Well, actually, I mean, I wasn't really talking to him. I was over there. I was looking at some stuff on his table. He had a motorized unit. And then he had a couple of other pieces, but he had a mostly post-war, and I'm not really big into post-war per se. I like the modern trains.
Get into post-war. You're going to inherit one of the nicest post-war collections on the planet.
I guess, but he also has a really. I'm not into post-war. I like modern stuff better. It's just, I don't know. Grandpa likes post-war because that's from his childhood.
All right, fair enough. Fair enough.
Anyways, so he goes, "Hey George, you still doing the $20 challenge?" And I said, "Yeah." And he hands me this box car right here. He says, "Here you go." And
so let me back up. This is a 6464 375 Central Georgia Type 4 box car. I believe that's the Type 4 from 1969, and it's beautiful.
Yes. So
go ahead.
It's a variation that Grandpa doesn't have, and it's got the plastic trucks, but it's in really nice shape, which was the cool part about it. And the guy sold it to me for $20, which is really cool because he offered it to my dad for $75 before, literally maybe 5 minutes before that. So
you got that for $20, right? Not $10.
$20.
$20.
Yes. So that's what this is.
So that's even a piece that Grandpa doesn't have in his collection. He's got a Central Georgia 6464 375, but he doesn't have the Type 4, which is the one that was made in 1969. He's got the
better one,
the older version of it.
Yeah. But yeah, it's a really cool car.
So I was pressure's on me. Pressure's on me. I'm like, wow, how am I going to top that? That's a pretty good buy for $20, right? So
Hey, Cody.
Anyway, one of the things that I always do is kind of wait to the end of the meet to see what's sold, what's not sold, There was a lot of really good deals. There was one guy. There was a nice train set at a 1666, I think it was, with a full set, and it was $65. That was a good one. And I was thinking that'd be a good deal, but it's more than $20. And I don't think I could haggle them down to $20. So going around trying to find some other stuff, waiting for the show to get close to the end. Because that was the other time. Either at the beginning of the show to find stuff that's a good price and pick it up at the beginning of the show, or at the end of the show when people are not wanting to take anything home. So anyway, the guy George bought that boxcar from, had a bunch of stuff there, and he had one thing that I was eyeing. And I came up to him, I was like, all right, how about that for $20? And he hemmed and hawed, and he says, I'm more than $20. So I said, all I got's $20. I'll give you $20 for it. So he ultimately sold me this one for $20. So George has got a good piece. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what everybody else thinks about this. This is what I got. I got a 41 United States Army switcher. It is a post-war little motorized unit. It's in really, really good shape. There are no nicks on it. There are no scratches, no cracks, and it operates. So
How do you know? You've never run it.
It was telling me. Listen. Ooh, there you go.
Yeah.
It operates. So that's what I got. It's a little 41 switcher. So $20 challenge. What do you think, guys? $20 challenge. You got the best on the $20 challenge. Grandpa said, Mom said that boxcar thinking it's a nice grandfather's day gift. People are agreeing. So who farted likes my my little motorized unit? Who got the better deal here, George or me for $30? Let's just say $30 all the way up.
$30.
$30. So George got his end scale, and I got my industrial rail. It is a nice piece. Got some cool paint job and sprung trucks, metal sprung trucks. Not bad there, huh, George?
Are these sprung? I don't think they're sprung.
There's springs in them.
Yes. Anyways.
I don't know if they're springy, but there's definitely springs in there.
Yeah. Anyway, but yeah, everybody say Wally. Dang it.
Yes. That's what I was saying. Well, I tell you what though, that's I think that the 64 375 is a more desirable piece.
How much would you say that the?
So Bilko says that you lost on the N gauge, George.
Yeah, probably. This is an impulse buy. I'm not really that fond of it either. I mean, it's cool, but not something I really plan on keeping. But yeah. Anyways.
Oh, I gotta tell you, this is the best. This is the best, though. All right, this has got to be my favorite story of the train show. So we're out there, right? And this is. Let me show you this. This is sitting here like this, right? Look at it.
Oh my God.
Stand up, George. Stand up. So it's sitting here like this. And George says, will you take $10 for the Union Pacific set? And I'm like, George, it's $10 right under. This is my favorite part, though. This is my favorite part. He says that. It says $10 under, and the guy who's selling it's like, no, I don't know, man. I guess. Like it says $10 right on. This is not. What are you guys doing for negotiations? Like George, offer him $20 for this. Maybe he'll take 20. Oh my gosh. Well, you made it up with the 64.
Should I show him what else I got?
Yes. So it was a good show. George bought a lot of really cool trains. So you got that also.
Then I got this car.
This is a nice piece. For somebody that doesn't like well, not that you don't like post-war, but that's not your jam. You got some pretty cool post-war stuff.
So I think out of all the post-war cabooses, this has got to be my favorite post-war caboose. It's the Lionel 6517, and I love these longer style bay windows.
Yeah, I like that too.
But yeah, I got this for $10. Pretty nice deal if you ask me. I mean, it's got some wear on it, but I mean, it's not like
it's a solid piece.
Yeah,
I mean, it's just got a little bit of play wear on there, but nothing like abuse or anything like that.
it's $10 worth.
You can't beat that.
Then
This.
you want to hold this?
Sure.
So then I got this at the train show. The guy, I don't know, I don't know. It wasn't really something I went there to buy. Nor after I bought it, it was kind of just like, why did I buy it? But
man, it's a nice piece.
It's
you gotta take it up there closer. So it's a lineup.
Oh shoot, I got it the wrong side.
Post-war Lionel Berkshire, and it is beautiful. I mean, it hasn't been redone, and
it's only got one nick on it.
It's got one little flaw, but otherwise it is almost the paint on it's perfect. The black paint, and it's got a 2046 whistling tender here.
So it's really cool, and I forget what happened. We were sitting around the bed of his truck where he's selling everything, and my dad, I think you were buying something from him.
Yep.
And I don't know what happened, but this guy comes up. He goes, and I was looking at this just because you were trying to look at it. And he's like, "Make me an offer," and I go, first of all, I to be honest, totally honest with you, I had no clue what it was worth. And I think at first I was like, I'll give you $50 for it.
So it's a 736 Berkshire. I don't know if 736 Berkshire is still on here, but that's what it is here. 736 Berkshire.
And I said I'll give you $50. And
welcome back, Railroad Boy. Thanks for hanging out with us, by the way.
I had no clue. Or I had no clue what it was worth. I knew like it was 736 Berkshire because Grandpa's got one. But I didn't know, the price tag for it. And the guy says, "Oh no, I can't do that." And then I forget what he $50. And he said, "No, I can't do that." And then he said, I think he said something like $150. And I said, I don't know, man. And I think he went down to $130. And I was like, and at that point, I only had $100 left in my wallet. And I go, "I'll give you $100 for it." And he goes, "I don't know if I can do that," because the guy behind him offered him $130 for the book.
Did he really? I didn't know
yes. That. And I thought it was sold. And then he comes back to me later and he goes, "Yeah, if you give me $100 right now, I'll sell it to you." And I gave him $100, and I ended up with this Berkshire. So
and it's nice. I'm telling you, in fact, Grandpa's jealous, and I was jealous about it because the beautiful 2046 tender. And on these 2046 tenders, you have to watch because if you ever buy them, you got to look at these stairs right here because they break off real easily on all of these tenders. So this one's got the stairs. It's got it's not going to whistle right now because and this is fairly common when you buy them. The wires are a little bit brittle, so these are broken. But I have no doubt that this tender you can get the whistle pretty easily. And then the Berkshire here is really, really nice. This is the only flaw here is the scraped by the 736. But otherwise, the other side it's okay. And I mean it's just beautiful black. So I think that in terms of deals of the day, George really made out on that one.
I came home with the caboose, the box car, and the 736. It's pretty cool. It's really heavy for. I thought these would be a lot higher. For some reason, I always envision these weighing about the same as the 2036s.
Oh, it's heavier than that, isn't it?
Yeah, way heavier.
But no, the 2036s are 464, right?
But I don't know. I just always envision them feeling the same, if that makes sense.
Right.
So that's what I walked away with.
So Steven says 736 is a great engine. You saw my latest post with the 736 flag and baseball glove. Yep.
Yes, I did.
For sure. Geo Don, welcome to the stream. 736 is one of my favorites. The layout's looking real good. Well, thank you, Geo Don. Thanks for coming and hanging out on the stream with us today. And again, I sound like a broken record, and I appreciate everybody bearing with me. But please, if you're just rolling through the door, welcome to the stream. If it's your first time watching the stream, welcome to the show. Please smash that like button on your way in. And I'm going to make my speech now. That we've got a really, really cool corner of our YouTube community here, with our hobby. We had a real fortunate, one of the things that was really kind of cool out of the stay at home was when COVID happened is that we started to develop a really neat network amongst the model railroaders and specifically YouTubers that are model railroaders. And let's keep that synergy going. We got a lot of neat stuff. Please watch everybody is on the stream here, support each other within the community. Sometimes we can see each other's live streams, sometimes we can't. We appreciate everybody coming here and giving us, I think it's really neat and very humbling that y'all would like to hang out with us and give us a gift of your time. So appreciate that. Like I said, it's very humbling. That whole GFW trains things. Sometimes it's a lot of work. Sometimes it works in the fact that we've got all of our computer stuff going. Sometimes it doesn't, and it's laggy or things get unplugged. But we enjoy it. We enjoy all of you, and thanks for being part of this. And please, let's just support each other. So, yeah, it's that time. You got it, Isaiah. So support each other. Smash that like button. And it's buy trains, right, George? Run trains.
Buy trains. Yep. So that's right. Anyways,
let's see here. It says, Wally, do you like Train World, Trainland? I do like Train World. I think that those guys have some really neat YouTube content, and they're also a really good store. I bought some stuff from them over the years, and I can't say anything but positive things about those guys. And I really like what they do on, I think that we've entered into a new era with the hobby, where I think that a lot of communications, a lot of information flow is going to be through social media and through YouTube especially, and they've really taken the bull by the horns on that one. And I've enjoyed the content that they put out there, so I like them.
Yes.
So Grandpa's saying about that Berkshire is they're the 284. They were after the Scale Hudson in 1950 until 1957 with the 746, the largest largest Lionel steam engine.
Oh, I didn't know that. That's kind of cool.
So the J, right?
Yeah. So that was a pretty cool train show, in my opinion.
What's that?
The 736.
I think so. I know you were having a little bit of regret for buying that because it's not like in your wheelhouse.
I spent all my money on it too.
Oh, that's the other thing. Yeah, right.
I didn't have any more money though. But yes. That's what I got. And I don't know. I think the caboose is kind of cool. I like the caboose a lot.
Oh, the caboose is cool. So the other thing that we got that was kind of neat is the Monad engines that are right over here behind me.
Yeah.
Got that in an auction with Mr. Muffin's trains.
Yeah, unfortunately, we did not walk away with nothing.
We didn't walk away with nothing. We got something from the Muffin.
Right. That's right. So, yeah, we got these, they're customs. We originally thought that they were going to be the Lionel runs of the TNCC ones, but when they came in my dad had pointed something out that was pretty interesting. He said they had vestibules in between the engines, and so originally we're like, oh, they must be custom jobs. I wasn't sure if MTH made PS1 Monon F units, but so we got here, and my initial thought is that they were Bob D. Domenico Monon F units, and we opened them up. Or no, we put them on the track, and then there's these little wires that connect from each of the locomotives, and so we're like, oh, that's interesting. So we try and put it on the track, and all of a sudden I hear a PS1 ding, and I was like, oh,
Right, they're definitely local. They're lined out.
they're post-war too. I think they're post-war, or at least the bodies are.
Like Frankenstein, like the Bride of Frankenstein, because they're beautiful.
Yeah. So, and they do have magnet track, or they do have magnet traction. The F units do.
And 736 does.
Yes. Yes. And so yeah, we opened it up, and my initial, and it wasn't running. It was not running at all. My initial thought was that it was fried because it had no battery in it, and the battery was starting to corrode. So the first thing we do is we put a BCR in it. Better ding. This time the ding wasn't.
So why don't you tell some that people here what you mean about the it being fried and the old battery and everything like that?
Well, so a lot of the times with the older PS1 locomotives, is the electronics in them are kind of crappy. Actually, no, they're very crappy. And but for the time they were kind of revolutionary. So we a lot of the time, or you'd have to they had batteries in them. And a lot of the times you'd have to put batteries in them to keep them from frying, and those batteries will go bad over a while, or for over a period of time. And initially what those batteries do is they on the PS1 engines, they have like a shutdown sequence. So when you turn the track power off, there's a shutdown sequence that goes. So the locomotive will still have power in the engine, or like a little power just to put that sequence through. And those batteries are where that power is coming from. But nowadays those batteries are going bad, and you have to put something called a BCR in it, which basically takes the energy from when you're running it, it builds up into it. As soon as you turn the engine off, it'll go through that sequence, and it'll have enough energy just to go through that sequence. So then your boards won't fry. Well, anyways, I open it up, and the first we hear the ding, the PS1 ding, and it's like really, really crappy sound. Like it sounded like the speaker was blown out. And I was like, oh, that's not, and it wasn't running at all either. I went through all the PS1 motions and stuff like that. I did not put the ZW 50 times like you're supposed to. Yeah, so then I opened up the B unit, and that's where the electronics are. Or he was hoping it would be a PS1 or PS2 engine. Unfortunately, it wasn't. But it had the QSI PS1 board in it.
It's got sounds in there, so it's got the diesel sounds, the horn sounds, electro couplers. We just haven't figured out how to work the electro couplers yet, or like scroll through the sounds.
Yeah. So, anyways, I put a BCR in it, and this time the sounds sound a lot better, more fresh, but it still wouldn't work. So what I do is I open up the power unit, and I'm pretty sure those are post-war powered trucks. I'm almost positive.
Oh yeah.
I open them up
because they're post-war Growler motors. They're horizontally mounted post-war motors, but they look brand new.
Yes, and they look brand new. They're real nice shape, and I was trying to figure out why aren't these running, and so I tried to run them with the shells off, nothing. But you could hear the motors like struggling, and one of them started smoking. So I turned the track power off, and I started to open up the motors, and I was assuming that it was something was stuck, like the armature or something like that. They were all fine, so I was like, what is this? What is the problem? And eventually I'm trying to roll it on the track, and I noticed that there isn't normally, like, on post-war units, there's a little bit of give,
right,
per se, so as you can see, there's a little bit of
where you can roll them with your fingers all the way through.
Yeah. And that wasn't happening. So turns out the trucks were seized. And I open it up and there's about 50, 60-year-old grease in there, just caked in the worm drive. And I was taking screwdrivers at it and just chipping it off in like big chunks, man. I mean, they were like if you ever see like I don't know, a fingernail clipping, that's how big of chunks I was taking off of.
It was hard.
It was really hard. Yeah, like I could crush it with the screwdriver. And anyway, so we're trying to get them out, and I'm trying to pull out. So the first truck I did was the easiest truck, just because it wasn't the truck that had the plow on it, or not the plow, but it wasn't the front truck. It was a bat truck. So all I had was a coupler on it, and I could not get the worm drive out to get these wheels loosened up to save my life. It was crazy. And and the interesting fact too is one of the worm drives was bent because the motor was it was just tugging on it, so it started to bend one way. Luckily, it wasn't anything or like too hard to harm, or wasn't anything to harm the performance of the engine. Well, at least to my knowledge. But we ended up loosening it up, and he ended up trying to ended up loosening them up. We put a bunch of WD-40 in there and a bunch of big old
liquid wrench
muscles.
BK!
And
BK!
I'm living proof. Follow your dreams. I'm living proof.
Follow your dreams.
Anyway, so we put a bunch of that stuff in it, and we ended up getting into work, and I'm happy about that. But it was really interesting, and then it finally worked. They run now. And it's pretty cool, but yeah. So that was the story, and it was very stressful because it would suck if they didn't work.
Really got them to work. They were pretty basic in terms of the engines and everything like that, but the electronics sure aren't, are they?
No, they aren't. That's for sure. But yeah, so I mean, they're really nice, and especially for a custom job, they are really nice. For post-war F units, that's for sure. But yeah, humanity says, do you not see mullets very often? You do not see mullets very often anymore. George is trying to bring back the look. All it needs is a mustache and to complete the look. They're pretty popular in Yorkville. I mentioned you like a Illinois thing.
Let me clarify that. They're popular with the youth in Yorkville.
Yeah.
All us older people are laughing.
Anyways, but yeah, so that's the story about the F units, and it was pretty interesting story. Oh, and I ended up calling Sid. Sid helped me out a little bit with it, just getting it going, and yeah, it was really cool. James trains.
I do like trouble with trains, by the way, LGL. That's what I was trying to say. So go ahead.
James Train says, "Hey George, did you ever think about starting a podcast called Mullets and Mallets?"
I like it. If Fast Friday falls through, it's going to be Mullets and Mallets.
Mullets and Mallets.
I like it.
That is pretty solid, yes.
It's better than a man bun. BB Tex, well, he's working on the man bun. So those of you that's just coming in, we got to I forgot to mention this. We talked about
I'm not working on a man bun. What do you think I am? I am not one of Anita's dance friends. Okay? Do not ever confuse me with the dance dudes that Anita dances with in the mullet, man. The mullet is never going to turn into a ponytail or a man bun. It's going to stay the mullet. Okay? Just got to clarify that.
Says it's popular with those two youths. With 2 youths.
Oh, yeah.
Bring it back to 80s. You got it. Hey, we got a special treat next Friday. George isn't going to be here. But we are going to change it from GFW trains to GAW trains. We got everybody drink, George, John. GAW trains. Grandpa George, OG George, is going to be in the house helping me out with the stream next week. So it's going to be me and Grandpa George talking about trains. Maybe I can talk him into bringing out some real cool post-war pieces. Anything in particular anybody wants to see as far as post-war goes, Grandpa's got it. OG George has got it. So, Yeah. Anything anybody wants to see in particular for post-war? Anything in any type of training for that matter. Grandpa George got a lot of stuff. Let's see. So, Grandpa.
They're lined out with MTH boards. So it's really interesting. A lot of wires in them. That's for sure. But,
But they Lionel, and it's Lionel, and then it's got the MTH boards in the B unit.
yes,
Dude, that's the other
and you
thing.
can tell it's a custom job too.
Oh yeah,
it's kind of
really
messy.
Nicely done.
It's
not
nicely
messy at
done,
all.
but it's like you could tell it's
It's
custom. It's not like
it's got a special speaker in there, like a really big speaker with like.
yeah, it's got like a really big speaker that's like amplified by a PVC pipe. Yeah. Yes.
And like I said, it's got electro couplers. We haven't figured it all out. We've got to spend some time. Take a drink. We got to spend some time with that engine, running it a little bit, and trying to get it all figured out. I was running it today, and didn't get it all nailed down.
But yeah, so
We'll see you around North Country Trains. Thanks for hanging out with us a little bit tonight.
Grant,
Can't wait to see some more of your cool content, and love that episode that you had on Train Day the other day with ours trains. That was good stuff.
yes, it was.
Oh man, Alaska 3 Railroad's going out camping, so he's going to miss the OG George. Well, now that we're things are opening up a little bit, OG George has been back around here. I think he's going to start joining us on some more of these streams. We really enjoy that. LJO, yes, we'll try and see if we can have you on. We enjoyed to have you on the other day when we did our 24-hour stream. So, but George is out, OG George is in. So, yep. We've got a lot of OG George's trains.
No, we don't. All the trains here are ours. I don't know where they came from. They just ended up here and they're ours.
Hey, PRR Joe, welcome to the stream. Post-war F3s. Well, yes, I have to say that Grandpa George definitely has a lot of post-war F3s. He's got all of them. And
every variation of the New York Central F3.
Yes, he's got I think he's got 9 different variations of the New York Central F3s. And, yeah, he's got everything. He's got Milwaukee Roads. He's got Canadian Pacific's B&O. He's got Illinois Central, Western Pacific, Texas Special. He's got all of the Santa Fe's, everything.
It's pretty big.
The George Geneva locomotive. Welcome to the stream, buddy. Come in, smash that like button if you would. In fact, if you're just rolling through the door, please smash that like button. It helps us out a lot with the algorithm and putting our stream out so other people can see it if they missed the stream today. So, how you doing? Is being asked by George the Demon Locomotive.
I'm doing pretty good. I think that's George Prokop.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
All right. It's been a while since we've seen George Prokop around, so good to see you back, buddy.
Yes.
And the last Railroad says that possession is 9/10 of the law. Hey, Humanities are here, George. You should show him what you got from at the trade show. I think he might appreciate that.
So I got an N scale piece. It's not really something that it's kind of an impulse buy, but I got these like made in England N scale pieces, and they're kind of interesting. But yeah, I think they're really cool. I also recently got, I think I told you about my module, but I think I got all the track to complete my module. I recently got a Kato double crossover, so I'm going to put that on the module, and hopefully that'll make my N-scale layout a little bit cooler for operating. And the plan is I need to get 3 more modules. I'm going to get 2 curve pieces and then 1 end cap, and then I'm done. Or at least I'll say I'm done, but you never know. But yes.
So they're saying possession is 9/10 of the law, and Bill's getting a little scared. He says, I'm worried because he still has a bunch of stuff. So George says he got himself a cab forward.
That's right. He sent me a picture of it. An HO scale of them, River Rossi. Pretty cool. Yes.
James Train says the correct sequence. I think the correct sequence for those Monons are 1 bell, 3 horns for the rear couplers, and front couplers is 1 bell and 4 horns. Ah, all right.
Let's
Have to try that. LJL wants us to run those Monons.
Okay.
Yeah, let's do that. Have to do a little bit of train jockeying around here.
I'll put them on in front of the daylight.
They're neat. They're neat. I love Monon. I think I get that from my dad. My dad used to work for the Monon, and it's funny that you say something about the up and down the Monon, because my dad laughs because he sings the up and down the Monon song all the time. Steven says I got to run. Got a long day at the air show, so take care. Hey, have a good time at the air show. Have a great, great long weekend. Happy Memorial Day, Stephen. We'll be in touch. I think it's really cool that you might be making your way out here to Illinois, and good stuff. See you around the roundhouse. All right, so you can see back up over here, George is getting that Monon ready.
Oh, shoot, wrong train. Oops.
You can probably hear the proto sounds on there.
Oh, dang it.
I see. I love the proto sounds, but I've got to get all those clinks and the clanks down yet. So it's a growler for those that. So Lionel made and I don't remember when they made them, but they made horizontal motors. Rather than the motors going down into the trucks, they go sideways into the front here. And they're those are growlers. That's what these are. Hey, how's the sound working out here? It's really loud in the studio, but I think that we should be okay with these mics that we have here. So if somebody can give me a heads up on sound, even though we got, like I said, had a lot of noise in the studio. We've got it.
Oh, the other ones were $1?
Yeah, they are.
Oh.
Yeah, they are the black and gold. Hoof. Hardin says, did we get any autographs at the Speedway? We didn't get any autographs at the Speedway this year. We didn't really try just because we didn't have the opportunity to get back there. They were really, really strict about where people were at. We got a chance to see some guys up close. We saw Dave Carpenter up close. We saw Romain Grosjean. After he got his trophy, he went right by us on a little area, and we waved in, he waved to us. It's pretty cool. Enjoy the 500, that's for sure. Let's see here. So I did not know that your Wally was a railroader. I thought he was an airline pilot. Oh, he did next week because he has got all kinds of railroad stories. He worked for a lot of different railroads. He was an airline pilot. But before he was an airline pilot, he worked for the railroads, including the Monon and the Santa Fe. So some of the good stories that he's got. So tune in next week because if you think that I talk a lot, wait till you hear OG talk and wait till you hear his stories because they're the best. They're the best. So, hey, welcome to the stream, Ray at Golden Leaf Railroad. Thanks for coming by. And by the way, I saw a couple of guys that I missed saying hello to earlier. Sorry if I missed you, but I know that we've got Tommy Fred's Trains. Welcome to the stream. And I saw Bernsey roll through here. Welcome, Bernsey. I think we talked to PRR George. So if I missed you. PRR Joe. Yeah, Ray. Welcome to the stream. Hey, Bill says the sound and video have been blurry all evening. Darn it. I don't know what that is. Slidecam wants to know what the VNO or the CNO that's running around, George.
That's a mallet. It's a or it's not an early. It's more like one of the later mid TMCC locomotives. It's a 1521. That's the number on it. It's pretty cool. It's one of my favorite articulated engines we have. So, yeah.
And to answer Alaska Free Railroad, yes, we do have another microphone that is kind of by George. As a matter of fact, the growler's going right by the other microphone right here. That's to pick up kind of the railroad noise. And we've got lapel mics on to pick up our voice noise. So hold on a second. Let me just check something out. Here you go. George, why don't you take the helm, dude?
Oh shoot. Hold on. Let me come back around. But, anyways, remember the Canal Street sign? I do remember the Canal Street sign. George, picture is perfect. So is sound. Trains when they are away from the mic are blurry. Oh yeah, well that's because they're not like towards the mic. But yeah, this is one of the most exact units I've ran in a long time. What does he prefer, Wally? Well, I think LJL, when Grandpa was trying to get a job or he had a job at the railways, and I think the railroads, and I think he liked it, but I think his dream was to become an engineer. And at the time, he had really bad eyesight. And
No. We'll let Grandpa talk about it, and it didn't have anything to do with his eyesight being an engineer. His cousin worked for the railroad. He was able to get Grandpa. They both love the railroad. He was able to get Grandpa in to a couple of different railroads, and I believe Grandpa have to correct me on this one, but he was able to get into a railroad union, and that was how he was able to get different jobs at different railroads.
Oh, interesting. That's cool. But yeah. So, anyways, I think Grandpa liked the railroads better.
Yeah, I think he liked them both in their own way.
Yeah. If there was ever a regret that you ever had at a train show, what would it be?
Oh, that's not so bad.
Yeah, but it's money I didn't need to spend.
That's not so. Well, there's regrets like that like the things that you didn't get. There was I know there's a couple of things that I walked by at a train show. I thought, I'd really like that, and went back and it was gone. Remember I got a perfect one for you. It ended up being a good story because Bilko helped make this a good ending to the story. But remember when you saw a cab forward, a Williams cab forward for sale, and you wanted to buy it, and you were hanging on me, and I finally came in and I was like, all right, go ahead and buy it.
And right as I went over there to buy it, some guy was buying the engine. And it kind of made me sad. I was very sad, actually. Oh, and the cool part about it was upgraded to PS2. So it had all the sounds and electronics in it. Guess what I found out the other day?
What's that, George?
He had all that taken out.
Oh my gosh.
That was probably the whole. Yeah, I didn't buy that. Yeah, $12.25 for $650. That's a steal. But anyways, shoot, what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, so we didn't buy that, and then Bilko comes. I was kind of or a couple months go by, and then we go to Train Fest, and I see this big orange box, and it could have meant one of two things: an articulated locomotive or an articulated locomotive. And I know every single articulated locomotive Uncle Bill has. lo and behold, it's his cab forward, and I ran that thing more than it's ever been run at Train Fest. Yeah, that's pretty fun. So, yes, that's the end of the story. And then he let me bring home the cab forward and be its caretaker, and it's on the layout to this day.
There we go. There we go. Hey, Smike, do me a favor. It says, can you pull up Chevy yard? This is the yard I grew up near. Everybody take a drink, Georgian.
Can I go grab a drink?
Yep. Fill me up there.
What do you want?
CSX Bonut Subdivision. You got it. But, Radar Diddy, happy Friday. Welcome to Fast Friday. Thanks for coming in the stream and hanging out with us. We appreciate you being here. Smash that like button if you would. It's really, really helpful. James Trains is wondering about the AC9. So the AC9, yeah, it has been forever. I've got it over at a friend's house who's fixing it, but he's been having some health issues, so he hasn't been able to fix it. I know we've been over there. Something happened. I don't know what it is. I had shorted out when I was going over the diamond one time when I was trying to work on something on the diamond that just didn't work after that. So it's on the slow fix job. He's got a couple other units over there that he's fixing for me too, but we hope to have that back soon. Trains and things he's saying. I'm working on the man cave. Watch for the video Sunday. Sweet. So check out Trains and Things. Some pretty cool videos on this channel. Can't wait to see what you got coming up in the man cave. Yeah, that's what I remember too. In terms of George and that cab forward, George looked like he just lost his dog. Like his dog got hit by a car or something. So Bill came over and asked George to be the caretaker to his cab forward. So he went from a frown to a smile. And then the funny thing about that is I love this. So we were a couple years ago, or not a couple years ago, but recently, Bill took me to Grandpa, and George was really excited about the fact that had a little buddy in Bill's grandson that shared trains with him, and share a love of trains with as he was growing up. And think about this, but I think that Katrina, Bill's daughter, when I had George, was probably just about the same age as the same age difference between Maverick and George. So yeah. Anyhow, I digress. So George says, you know what? I can't wait to teach Maverick a love of trains, except for the cab forward. I love it. I love it. So James Train saying, where's the 515? I see the 99. Well, the 99 is the GFW Trains switch engine we got here. The 515's around the corner. I was going to put that one out, but I just simply ran out of time and forgot to switch it up from the 99 to the 515. We always display all of our love with GFW Train stuff here. Stuff that you would send us. GFW Trains, we've got the box car, the 1,000 subscriber special, the GFW Trains caboose, and then we've got the special 2,000 subscriber caboose that James Trains made for us. James Trains on here. We've got two locomotives. We've got the 99 here, and then the 99 is pulling the Midwest Division maxi stack cars. Shoot me an email at trainbuds@gmail.com if you want one of those maxi stack cars. They're really, really beautiful Menards maxi stack cars. And Train Collectors Association Midwest Division is selling those for the fundraiser. Like I was talking about, something I want the Train Collectors Association. Belongs to the Midwest Division of the Train Collectors Association. Train Collectors Association is a really, really cool model railroad club for people that not only collect trains, but they operate trains that's all over the United States, and it's close to 40,000 people strong. And each geographic region has divisions and chapters where people meet, talk trains, and share a love of trains, and it's a really great organization. If you look at the description down below on the live stream here, that we've got a link to go to Midwest Division if you live here by us, and then also we've got a link to that. So check it out. It's a great organization, and I'm encouraging everybody to learn more about that and join if they're interested in the trains. So, well, thanks, Trains and Things. We're getting there. We're getting there. We got the upper level going, and we got that painted up today. And hopefully we have some time this weekend and lay a little bit of track on that. But it's coming together. The one thing that we don't have is over here. We're going to have it coming from where that's. You can't see where the switch is at, but basically behind where the pine trees are, it's going to start coming across here, and it's going to be on the second level as it comes across here, and then kind of loops back above where that GS1 is and connects back up here. So that's still coming. We're going to do that with a product called Bridge Boss. So that's yet to come on that. But thanks for the kudos on the second level.
I forgot your.
All right, cool. Change trains as I'd love to see that laid down. Maybe my caboose, but we're going to have to go over, and I'll make sure that you're on the short list of people that invite. So, LGL says you run the Mona Midnight Special. I'm not sure what the Midnight Special is. Yeah. Dad says I'm jealous. I got a nice Mona set there. They are nice, Grandpa. It's like I said. It's like the Bride of Frankenstein. It's a Frankenstein in the fact that it's like a beautifully modernized post-war piece because all of the guts, while the guts on it are post-war guts. They're all brand new. And then not only that, but all of like the post-war electronics has been changed to the PS1. And I disagree with George. I think that the inside that B unit, it looks really nice. And whoever put this together certainly put a lot of time in on making that set a beautiful set. Trains says you guys shop at Mr. Muffins Trains. There's a load of new custom run Mona. Yeah. We're in fact that's where I got these Mona from Mr. Muffins Trains.
Anywho,
Thanks for the nice tea there, George. Encourage everybody. We're getting the weekend started here on Friday. Memorial Day weekend, long weekend. Hopefully everybody has some fun plans. What might I know that Bilko is going to be out at Prairie State tomorrow, and we're going to be really jammed up on time and what we're doing. But might make it over there to see him. I didn't even think about that. I know that Angel Garcia, George's good friends, and somebody that we met through the interview. It's going to be rough. So yeah, and in fact, trains and things. Was telling me the other day that Mr. Muffin has got lots of cool Mona stuff, but also Mr. Muffin Trains and Things has got, or he's also got the little signals, the dwarf signals that really cool. He's given us a set. We love those on our layout. Thank you for that. And you have to check out the signals either from Mr. Muffins Trains or look the Trains and Things up directly to get those from him. So, yeah. So hey, welcome back there on that Amtrak DNSF CB3 Milwaukee Road Rail Family. It's mouthful there, isn't it, George?
yeah. Metro Amtrak BNSF CB2 Milwaukee Road Rail Fan. What? How do you rail fan those if they're not around? Anyways.
I've never heard of a orange, white, black Mona passenger train. I've heard of the black and gold one for Purdue, and I've heard of the gray and red one for, in fact, we had the gray and red one out here for a lot when we first started our train.
Grandpa took that one back.
Yeah, he did take that back. That's right, we were from Chip Harris, a Blue Railroad collection. That's where these came from, the Monas.
Interesting.
Yeah. Welcome to the stream, Colton the Rail Fan. Thank you everybody for coming to the stream. And again, just a reminder, if you can do us a huge favor, smash that like button as you come in. That's really helpful for the algorithm to push us back out there and get the stream on, or getting people to watch the stream later. So, yeah. Yep. No, actually, I don't know what's going on here. I'll have to check out. We are blurry, George. Ooh.
Let's see.
All right, I'm gonna try something. Everybody, hang with me here. Hang with me. We're gonna go out for just a second. I'm gonna reboot everything, and then I'm gonna come back in. So if you're here, please don't leave. We'll be right back on. We're gonna take a break. So if you don't leave us, please don't leave us. Please don't leave us. But step away, grab something to drink, and I'll be right back. I'm gonna reboot something here. So. There we go. Hopefully we're going to be better now. Let's see this. I've got some stuff up here to see. Yeah, I think we're good there. Excellent. Excellent. I did lose everybody's comments, though, so I'm going to have to. Yeah. Sorry about that. I did lose everybody's comments when I restarted. So if you had something that you were dying to talk about and it was from the last one, please post that up again. So, yep, 1-800-Clyde's in the house. Welcome, 1-800-Clyde. Please smash that like button. Do us a favor. If you like,
If you want to feed this poor
oh
child.
my gosh, feed. Is that what we're doing?
I'm very hungry. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. It says, do we have a link to Ridge Box? So it's Bridge Boss. I think if you're referring to the thing that's going across the layout, I don't have a link to Bridge Boss, but if you and we haven't gotten the product yet, so
yeah,
we'll share that, and I think we're going to share some more information about that as we get it across. But it's a really neat product. They advertise on in the O-Gauge Model Railroad, and I believe that the O-Gauge or that they advertise in Classic Toy Trains, but it's called Bridge Boss. So
Bridge Boss. So it's your boss.
Right. All right. Well, I'm glad we're back and we're good. 5x5. I like that. Isaiah Hawkins is always saying this. Live stream is brought to you by the GFW Trains merch line. If you're into buying some merch and wanting to sell it, support GFW Trains and show your support for GFW Trains, we have the GFW Trains merch line. We have shirts, we have sweatshirts, we have
phone cases, tights, towels, bags.
You name it. But we don't have any flags.
No, we don't.
That's a special custom from Bilko.
Yes.
So, but anyway, there's a link down below. Check it out. They have stickers, everything that you'd ever want. For an avid GFW Trains fan. I think around Christmas time I spent $700 on GFW Trains stuff, George, to give to the family and everybody that we know that is in the GFW Trains.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a lot of dollars.
That's a lot of dollars.
Yes.
We're back in living color. Away. We got 50 likes. Thank you everybody for liking this. And
Gracias. Thank you. You're going to feed this poor little child.
Oh gosh. So yeah, appreciate it. 1-800-Clyde, 33 watching, 50 likes. So we're doing well tonight. So for sure.
There you go.
Yeah, and LJ, all right, gray, cherry, and white, and finally black and gold. Those are the two. And then they did have Monon did have Pullman green also. They had passenger cars that were Pullman green too.
That'd be cool if they made a set of those. Although it would be really hard to do that either.
Right. So we're all over the place. We got Ridge Box and we've got Bridgeport. Bridge. BRIDGE.
BOSS.
Boss. BOSS. George, why don't you go get some Bridge Boss and we'll show everybody what we're
Bridge Boss.
Bridge Boss. But the Bridge Boss is going to be so the design of the layout here, and I've said this before, and I apologize if I am repeating myself. The actual original design of this layout, it was to go around the room where we're sitting here, and in order to make it a fun operational layout, I made it so that it was a dog bone pattern with the two ends of the dog bone. I actually didn't make it, but my idea was that I had a guy help me design it with a dog bone. They had the two levels of the dog bone on top of each other. So that's why that there is an upper and lower. Now, as we were designing the layouts, basically the double dog bone, or the dog bone, would make it fun because you'd have a reverse loop. You could reverse trains around and everything like that. But as we were developing the layout, we made it so that we had a couple of Ys in here, so that we didn't have to, have the dog bone, which is nice because that makes the dog bones the hardest part of the layout to make. And as if you've been following us, you can tell that because of how long it's taken us to get this second level going. That's been something that we've had on the stream for almost the whole time, like a fake second level. But now this is the actual real second level that we got going on. But anyway, so George has got the Bridge Boss product out here.
Yeah, here it is. And all you got to do is just lay the track on top, although it's kind of flimsy right now.
But you set it up with where you've got it drilled, or it's put into the layout. And George, why don't you show with your hand where the Bridge Boss for our layout is going to go, like where your hand, and it's going to polish off the dog bone. Actually, show the bottom, like trace with your hand where the bottom level of the dog bone goes on our layout.
What?
The dog bone, the bottom part of the dog bone. Right. So that's one part of the dog bone. And then the other part of the dog bone is going to go on top. It's going to come back around and then
come over here.
Right. So just show like where, like the level with the bridge going over the Bridge Boss, where it's going to start, go over the Bridge Boss, and where it's going to end and go slow. So it's going to start over here.
Where that switch is. Oh, you guys can see the switch. Come through here. Over top. Back over here. And then connect up to this end. We're right around where the passenger car is.
And that's what we're going to use the Bridge Boss for. So, yeah.
Clone the Rail Fan says, so I've got all straight. It's for my school year. I might go down to Kirkwood to get a GG1 or go to the Music Transportation Museum.
Very nice. Hey, congratulations on the straight A's. That's always tough to do. I never got straight A's.
I didn't get straight A's this year. Got them last year, but not this year, man. Whew, it's hard. Let me put this back down.
Andy Ambrose says, I think he is buying all the GG1s he can find in any scale. I don't think he has a 5-inch gauge one yet. I'm sure he's looking for one of those.
Did they even make one? I don't think I've ever seen one.
Oh, really?
Yeah, 7.5 gauge GG1. Guess that'd be expensive. Jeez, cost so much as a house.
I bet it was. I bet it would be. Man, that always is a stinker on me. When I restarted the stream, we lost a lot of people who were on the stream.
That sucks.
Yeah, but I appreciate everybody who's sticking around and everybody's hanging out on Friday with us. Gateway to the weekend. Gateway to a long weekend, right?
Mm-hmm.
Got a lot of things. I know you're getting together with some friends this weekend, right?
Yeah, we're going to go run some trains. That's right. Yeah, I'm going to a friend's house. We're going to run trains. Actually, if you haven't checked out his channel, Johnny from Optimus, we're going over to his layout, I'm assuming, and we're going to run some trains with a couple other guys. So that'll be pretty fun. Yeah, we're looking forward to that. And I'm also going to go over to my cousin's house, too, and I run trains on his layout as well. So, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Right. So, yep, it's the tip thinner or tip tinner and the bridge boss or the ridge boss or the Bridgerton. Oh, gosh, that's good stuff. Play on words, huh, George?
Yeah, play on words. That's right, man. It's like at school. You can never hear anything with the masks. So
All
everybody's always mistaken what you're saying. But anyways, yeah.
Well, thanks for hanging out with us, DB Tech, and thanks everybody, the 32 people that are on. Fast Friday. So, yeah, the layout has been one of the things that's been kind of sitting in the background. We've been back to school. Georgia's been really hammering school at the end of the year here and playing a lot of baseball here. But summer's on the horizon, and I'm looking forward to actually trying to get some of this train stuff back. I haven't been really motivated on the layout stuff, which is kind of sad. But hey, I took today off of work, which is kind of cool. Took today off of work and nailed down some of the things that I wanted to work on. And I think that now I basically got the menu together with a lot of the things, and I can kind of vision how I want to do this and put the layout together.
Yeah. What?
I'm just waiting for GFW Trains to chime in on.
You were talking.
I know. I'm just not now. That's why I stopped talking.
Oh, my bad. Do you want me to say yeah a couple more times?
Sweet. Sean's train's riding 611 tomorrow. That is
Is that a birthday gift?
Yeah. I'm so jealous. I would. That's what we should do. We should drive in a car and drive out to Strasbourg. Just hop in the car so we can catch 611. I really, really, really want to. Yes, we do have a public holiday.
You do. I got summer.
Oh my gosh.
I got summer with the boys.
Oh my gosh. That was cold, man. Got to go to work every day to support your habit.
My addiction. It was actually your addiction too. You can't just say it's my addiction.
Yeah.
You gave me the addiction.
That's true. Hey, congratulations on graduating, James. Yeah, I did. I blame myself.
Just blame Grandpa.
Yeah, Grandpa gave it to me.
Blame Heath.
Blame Heath. That's right.
I blame Heath for my N-skill addiction.
Yeah.
Although it's very hard to expand on my N-skill addiction. It's easier to expand on the O-skill.
Right. So let's run some trains. Hey, why don't you try running that 736? There we go. Berkshire 736 says he's back. Well, you missed out. Joe Berkshire 736, what we were just talking about putting on. George got that at a train show this last weekend.
Yeah, pretty cool for $100. Anyways.
Let's see here. Sean's saying that was his gift. Legacy MTH Strasbourg cars were as a gift as well. That's a cool set, isn't it, George?
Yeah, very cool.
Rail Brothers production in the house. Okay, thanks for coming by and hanging out with us. Appreciate you being here. Train Finder Craig. Oh, Georgie.
I barely touched it.
All right. I think we're still on. We just lost the...
Gotta heat that cord, man.
No. I think we're still on here, George.
All right.
Yeah. So over here we got that's got some rough grinding gears over there on that one, George.
Runs bad, better in reverse.
It does. Hey, George, can you turn the TV on and off and on again? Hey, go Vio or go home. Welcome to the stream. Berkshire 736. Welcome to the stream. Welcome back to the stream. All right. I think we're back in. Oh. Say to run the switcher. That's another good one. There goes that 736. This is the first time we've run it on our layout here. And it's probably the first time in a long, long time that's run. Isaiah Hawkins says, yeah, Fast Fridays lately feel like Calm Fridays. Well, Isaiah, I know the layout has changed a little bit, and you might see over there right about where the Berkshire is going right now. There's now all kinds of pillars over there, so the pillars make it a little bit harder to run the Fast Friday. And also, I was beating George so badly in the train races that I was having to take him to see a psychologist, a counselor, like every day. And it was costing me a lot of money because I was spending all my money that I usually spend on trains, talking to a psychologist or having George talk to a psychologist and working out all of his issues about losing the train races to his old man all the time. So
You pathological liar.
George just learned what pathological means, so now he's all fired up using that one. All fired up. Yeah. So Henry Rollins says, we racing? And again, hey, we're getting to the point where we're in a state of flux on our layout in regards to here, George. Let's maybe we can move that Mona off on a different track so we can run these trains rather than just back and forth. Is there room for?
I can try.
All right,
I don't think so.
Yeah, that 736 definitely needs lube, that's for sure. So, not racing today, but if you're into racing, Indy 500 on Sunday, make sure you see that. I think it's 11 Central, 12 Eastern. Yep. Tomorrow morning is going to be the first fire up of the year of the old Northern Pacific 84, George.
Oh, wow. That's cool.
Ooh, I can smell the smoke from that 736.
Oh.
Yeah. Colt says, hey, Wally, I think that you should come down to Kirkwood in Traintown to get a post-war GG1. They're beautiful, and I know you would like one. I would like it. Another one. I love GG1s. For those that don't know, GG1s are my favorite engine. I am a big fan of GG1s. It's my all-time favorite engine. I think I've got 5 GG1s. So might not have Heath numbers yet, but I definitely have got. Let me see, maybe I got more. I got. So I got 23, 5. Got 5 of them. So yeah. Yeah, so no, we just got this, the 736, and it definitely needs to be cleaned and lubed. So yeah, probably just like your 646 that you got there. It's 1-800 clients says train therapy. And you know what the therapist told him? Therapist told him, you need more trains, George. Just go out and buy more trains. Sean says, George Wally does always beat you. Yeah. So what are you running right now, George?
I got the General for my birthday. This is the train I got for my birthday. So
It was off the train. Yeah. Boom. Well, that's at the bridge where we've been having some troubles over there, so it probably hit that. So yeah, go check out James Train's channel and check out his most popular video. Well, he like it, and yeah, I'm sure you're going to like that. That's he's got some fast trains over there. Sean's Train says he likes NASCAR better. Well, hey, you know what? I like all forms of racing. I'll probably watch the Coca-Cola 600 too, as well as the Indy 500, but can't beat the Indy 500. I don't care what you say. There's not a better race on the planet than the Indy 500. Those cars. I went to go see the Brickyard when it was at Indy, and I
did they stop doing it?
What's that?
They stopped doing it?
No.
Oh.
I went to see it one time. One time was enough for me because I like the Brickyard. I have nothing against the Brickyard and the NASCAR cars that were at the Brickyard. But, man, they seemed so slow compared to those Indy cars when I went to go see them. But racing's racing. I love racing, whether it's NASCAR or IndyCar. But I'm an IndyCar guy at heart. I love the Indy cars. So,
Indy for life.
Yeah. Oh, hey, Ray, I'm sorry about not having the train races, but we're going to have something. We just are in a state of flux in terms of what we're doing in order to get there. Every time we did the train races, we'd wreck something on our layout. We just got some stuff up on the layout that's going to be not good for train racing. And we got to figure out what we're going to do and if we can continue to do the train racing on that. So Berkshire 736 says, I got a 23. I got a 2332 GG1 2 months ago that had all of its stripes and lettering gone, so I had to give it new decals. Oh, that's great. That's great. Yeah. When you get the nice stripes on those old post-war GG1s, they look great. So especially the Tuscan, the Brunswick Green 2332s, they look good. Grandpa's asking, go Via or go home. Where in Canada do you live? I want to ride the Winnipeg to Churchill when Via starts running again. Grandpa loves to do some of that Canadian. Yes, go Via, go home. I am an F unit kind of guy. I do like my F units. That's for sure.
Yeah, you are a very F unit kind of guy.
James Trains says, can we run Rail Force 1 at 4141 or at least show it? Why don't you do that, George? Bust that one out. So LGL, yep, the Monon Railroad, also known, reporting mark MON, known as the Chicago, Indianapolis, and Louisville Railroad, reporting mark CIL. Yeah. All right, so let's see here. Bear Creek Woodworking. Hey, you just got here. Well, welcome to the stream, Bear Creek Woodworking. Appreciate you rolling by and hanging out with us this Friday. So, gateway to a weekend, not only gateway to a weekend, but a long weekend this week. Kick back, grab some iced tea, hang out with us. We'll be on here for a little while longer, but we're hanging out with friends, having a good time. Hang out with us. Yeah, you're right, Bear Creek. Train races is fun. But it was, we're breaking a lot of stuff these days. We're with the train races, and it wasn't necessarily even the trains.
It's the layout.
It was the layout. We were breaking a lot of the switches as we were rolling over the switches and having to fix those, and that was a really, really rough one. So Sean's Trains, it's his birthday. Go over to do us a favor. That's the 47th time. So we specifically go over there to Sean's Trains. Check out some of his content, watch his videos, subscribe to his channel. And for sure that 611 is popular. And it's really popular. Wait till you start getting some hits after when you go there. I'm sure you're going to take some video on it tomorrow when you go out there. You'll probably really be rocking and rolling on that one. But hey, do me a favor, everybody. Go over, check out Sean's Trains. It's his birthday. Celebrate his birthday. Let's give him a big YouTube community, model railroading community boost, and subscribe to his channel. So check that out. Mom says race through the carpet and race on the carpet and go through the bedroom. That would be cool.
That would be cool. Although something falls off in the bedroom. Good luck.
Oh, right. So DB Tech wants to know what you were running there, George, with the civil.
The General.
The American. So why don't you talk about the General a little bit?
So the General is a American type locomotive that was used during the times of the Civil War. And there's a cool part about this story is it played a very huge part in the Union winning the war against the Confederate States. And so this was a Confederate locomotive on the Georgia and Western Railroad, something like that. And
No, it's Western and Atlantic.
Oh, that's right. Yes. Had something to do with Georgia. But anyways, this ran and a bunch of Union soldiers had stolen this train. And so basically their theory behind it was that the Confederate Army and stuff like that, they were getting all their materials through trains, railroads. And what their mission was to do was kind of destroy the railroad that these ran on to Chattanooga to try and kind of stop their access to materials, make it harder.
Big Shanty to Chattanooga to destroy the railroad between the two.
And so what they did was they stole the general, or they rode the general from Chattanooga down to Big Shanty, right?
No, they stole it in Big Shanty.
Well, yeah, but they rode it.
On their way, no, they stole it in Big Shanty. They got on the railroad in Big Shanty with the general locomotive, and then they were taking the general locomotive towards Chattanooga. They never made it there, and they were trying to destroy the rail, and they wanted to burn down bridges. They weren't real successful at, but they stole the general.
And they were so anyway, they stole the general. They weren't very successful, but they still did a pretty good amount of damage. But the original plan was to burn down the bridges, the big trestles, the wooden trestles.
But it rained, and they were
they're wet,
and so they didn't get them, and they were pressure for time, so they didn't get a chance to get those lit up.
Mm-hmm. So they ended up.
They were being chased, by the way. So they stole the general, and the conductor from the general chased them down first on a hand car, and then he commandeered one locomotive and commandeered a better locomotive, and it actually chased the general backwards using another American type of locomotive called the Texas.
And the Texas, very similar to this, and they chased it. Then they had to flee the locomotive because, like all, they ran out of resources to run the locomotive. So water, coal, stuff like, or wood as they were using at the time, and they fled. Eventually, every single one of them had been caught, and pretty sure they tried to escape. I think they didn't. They did escape, but then a bunch of them got caught, something like that. And a lot of them were hanged. But the people who did survive received the first
Congressional Medal of Honor.
Yes,
with the exception of Andrews,
because he wasn't part of the what?
I just like your story.
What you say?
He wasn't part of the military.
Yeah.
That was the word he was looking for.
Yeah. You gave me a weird look. I was kind of second guessing myself.
Yeah, all right. No, I'm sorry.
Anyway.
Sorry. So, hey, James, it wasn't the end of the story. The general was robbed, but there was a long, long story to that. In fact, I think that there's two. I know there's two. There's two movies that are really famous movies. There's a Walt Disney version of the general, and it's called The Great Locomotive Chase, and then there's a Buster Keaton version of The Great Locomotive Chase. They're both really good movies, and it's one of the coolest stories of American train history, if you ask me. Civil War lore as well, but first Congressional Medals of Honor were given to Andrews Raiders that stole the general and went on the raid between Big Shanty and Chattanooga. Or they didn't make it all the way to Chattanooga. They ran out of steam with their locomotive and ran off on foot. But the conductor, and I can't remember the conductor's name, but the conductor from the general's passenger train who commandeered the Texas and chased them was revered as a huge hero with the Confederate as well. That the Confederate States for doing that as well. So, yeah. Yep. So, hey, if you're just rolling through the door, thank you for coming. Well, if you're new here, welcome to the GFW Trains. And if you're coming through it for the coming back, welcome back. Please smash that like button. It is really helpful for us if you do that. And we certainly appreciate you coming by and supporting us and supporting the stream. We have a great time on every Friday. Come over here. This Friday, we've got GFW Trains. Next week, we've got a treat. GFW Trains is going to be gone. That's not necessarily the treat, but we've got OG George coming in, and he's going to be hanging out with us. So Bilko says that he just watched Buster Keaton's version of The Great Locomotive Chase. The stunts they did with the trains were incredible. I got to rewatch that. I haven't seen the Buster Keaton.
I don't think I've ever seen the Buster Keaton yet.
Oh, really?
I've only seen the Disney one, yeah.
Right. Vess Parker was in that one. It's a great movie, Disney one called The Great Locomotive Chase. So LJL says the Western Atlantic Railroad number 3 General is a 440 American type steam locomotive built in 1855 by Rogers, Ketchum, and Governor Patterson in New Jersey for the Western Atlantic Railroad. And then the cool thing was it was around for a long time, and I believe it was the L&N Railroad for the 100th anniversary.
They restored the General.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And
then
you can still go see the General in its restored state. It's a beautiful, beautiful engine. We did a really cool GFW Trains video on
That was
that.
a long time ago.
Yes. It was actually going to be the original 500 subscriber special.
No, but we did Ron Stevenson.
Right. So, and I came out with that later with some old footage. I re-edited that.
Because I remember we didn't, or something happened, and we got the Mr. Ron Stevenson's out before, and so.
Yeah, no DB Tech. You have to check out the story of that one. It's really neat. Check out the video too, the GFW Trains video. I mean, it was cool, and you can see the locomotive. But if you're really into history and you're really into trains, it is probably one of the coolest train stories. One of the coolest locomotive stories that are out there. George, you look like you're about ready to fall asleep.
Yeah.
George is like, I am.
Anyways,
what time were you up till yesterday?
We didn't go to bed that late, but I think it was like 1, but we got up early enough to make it like, stupid alarm. Anyways, yeah.
So yeah, Buster Keaton and Fess Parker. Those are the two versions. We'll have to watch that. It's on YouTube videos. That's cool. We'll have to check out the Buster Keaton Great Locomotive Chase. So Isaiah Hawkins says, although the engine used in the crash in the General was later scrapped. Yeah.
Oh, really? Well, yeah, if it was crashed, I'm assuming it was scrapped. I don't look like Elvis. My hair, I admit, did look a little bit earlier, but I don't think now. I don't know. This is why I wear a hat all the time. But yeah. Did George play ball today? So tired, lol. No, I just had a bunch of friends over. We had a baseball game yesterday, and I had a bunch of kids from the baseball.
I'll tell you why he's so tired. Yesterday, school's out for summer. School's out forever. No more teacher, no more.
I haven't heard that
books.
song in forever.
Yeah, you always have the last day of school. You got to listen to that song. So it was George's last day of school yesterday. So he had all of his buddies over, and they were up late, bonfire, having a good old time. Listen to "School's Out for Summer." I remember listening to that after I graduated from high school. I was like, yeah, school's out forever. That's not true. I ended up going to school for a long time after that, but I thought, that's it. School, Alice Cooper, guys. Alice Cooper.
Yes. Anyways, the General was an excursion engine in the 60s.
Yep, L&N.
That's really cool.
Oh, man, train fans got school until they ate. Make sure you listen to some Alice Cooper when when school's out. Ooh, dang. Go Via Go Home says his kids have
another month.
Ooh, man.
Yeah, but they're going to start like a month later than us.
Probably. Randall Ellison talking about his channel. And again, let's support each other. It's really important that we do that. Check out all these people. Go Via Go Home's got a really cool channel. Check out his channel. James Trains. We've got a lot of neat guys on here, and I'm not missing any. Or I don't mean to not talk about somebody's channel because it just the channels that are on here, the people that come on here. But let's support each other. Randall Ellison says, "Don't forget
respect."
Before I forget, I got a 150 subscriber contest planned. Dropping the video for that one tomorrow. There's an O-scale boxcar. It's one of the 3 prizes. Boom. Check it out. And congrats on 150 subscribers there, Randall. That's great stuff.
Congrats. So what if, don't steal my idea, what if I made a glove so the ice cream doesn't melt on my hand?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, God, I love that guy. Ali G.
Ali G. Yeah, we like that. Train Man, welcome to the Train Man 1993. Welcome to the stream. Welcome aboard, as they say. Just rolling over into the second hour of the show. Hanging out, talking trains. Gateway to the weekend. Alice Cooper, you got Marilyn Monroe.
Alice Cooper's a dude.
George loves it, Marilyn Monroe.
No! It's gross.
Mm-hmm.
No,
George is not a senior, by the way.
I'm a junior. A sophomore. I'm a sophomore.
Sometimes I wonder, like, what is going through his head when we have these live streams. I wonder if this is like, how old? All right, no. Let me ask you this: do you know who I am?
Wally, my dad. Yes, I know who you
The
are.
guy that takes you places.
No, you do not take me places.
The guy that takes GFW trips.
See, yeah, I should. Yeah. Anyways.
Marilyn Monroe is so beautiful. Yeah, see, Berkshire 736 did it. Played that song so loud on the final day of my senior year of high school. School's out for summer. School's out forever.
Yeah.
George going into grade 10. Grade 10. Just got his driver's license.
10.
He's free to drive around. In fact, tomorrow he's going to be driving over to his cousin's house, hang out, going to dinner with his cousin. They're going to take the car, go to BW3s.
Yes, sir.
Cruise for some babes.
We got. Is there a mall in St. Charles?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
The rich girls in Illinois.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Oh, Randall Ellison says you have to be a subscriber to be eligible.
Guess
One of the
what?
rules. What's that?
Subscribe.
Subscribe, man. We love Randall Ellison's channel. So go over there, see that video dropping tomorrow. Boom. And also get in on that contest.
Yes, get in on the contest.
Right.
Oof.
So Train Fan 120 says you're in 10th grade, man, dude. I'm a junior next year.
Dang.
Big time.
Big time.
Big time. Enjoy. The ladies, man, George.
Oh, man. And he having that reputation in the family.
Oh,
I'm not even like. Oh, never mind.
I know you're not very suave. I should be the ladies, but I got my lady.
Yeah.
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 Don't worry, George. Your mom, she's Marilyn Monroe quality of hotness.
Bro, how do I even know what she looks like when every single picture of her is black and white?
Oh, they are black and white, dude. They are black and white. All right, Train Fan says I have a great idea for you, George. Now that you can drive, you go find yourself a girlfriend. Oh my gosh, I didn't mean to go there, George. Let's change the subject. LJL's got a great subject to change this to. It's called what we call the business pivot. LJL says early toilets. Early toilets
Right from the John.
range from a hooper toilet, which is a hole in the floor, to a permanent flushing system. The waste was dropped on the track bed. Yeah. I was on that train one time where we're going with a bunch of Boy Scouts to New Mexico on the Southwest Chief. Went to go take a dump. You could see the train tracks down below.
Imagine. Oh no, Mr. Pictovin.
Pick them in the house with some money. Time for George to sing. This is the favorite part of the show.
I like trains.
I like trains. I like big
trains.
Butts and I get not like. Oh, I'm sorry. That's the wrong song. I'm sorry. I like trains. I like trains.
No, you can't. You just ruined it, man.
What?
The bit.
Those other brothers can't deny.
Wait, I don't. The good part's like the fast part. And I don't even know the words to the fast part. I would sing the fast part because that part's pretty good. You know which song I'm talking about?
I like big butts and I can't lie. Other brothers can't deny.
Yeah. Anyways.
Oh, that's all we got tonight. We don't have very much good song, but we did sing happy birthday. Thank you for coming in, and thank you for the generosity of putting up that super sticker. That's really nice. Appreciate people hanging out with us, and it's very humbling when somebody is posting up some money like that for us. So appreciate that. Definitely. James Trains wants to know what he should do for 400 subs. I I think that you should do a cool on-location video. Maybe you can do a live stream for that, like a special on-location live stream. That would be fun. Yeah. So LJL, getting back to toilets, says for sanitary reasons, when the train was in the stations, the toilets were locked. Railroads throughout the world still dispose of waste that way. So don't go walking on the train tracks in some countries. I know you can't do that here in the United States.
When did they stop doing that?
I don't know. Like I said, I've been on a train where he actually pooped on the tracks. I thought you couldn't do that for years, but
maybe it was like an illegal thing that Amtrak was doing.
Ooh, George. Supposed to be sunny out tomorrow. Cruise Annie's Custard Shop in South Elgin.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Yep. Graham says you can only have one person in the car. Must be family. So that's
not true. It's not true. One person plus family. You can have one person that isn't family, and then the other person can be whoever. Or wait, no, one person that isn't family than the other. Anybody else, or as many people as you have seats for in the car, they can be family.
Bill says when you have to talk about toilets, you've missed a lot of subjects to talk about.
That's right. That's right.
Oh my gosh. Hey, have you heard of the I Like Trains kid? He's really cool. He's really great. And all he says is,
that's the I Like Trains song.
I know.
Lyrics. Oh.
You were supposed to say,
I like trains.
You didn't get it. I was setting it up for him. I thought I was setting it up for him so good. And I thought, just smack it out of the park. Ready? Hey, have you heard of the I Like Trains kid? He's really cool and really great. And all he says is,
I like trains.
What
what was your first wait. So are we going to be talking Anita out or taking Anita out cruising with me? I've already have, man. It was pretty fun. We went to go get slushies and they were really good slushies. But yeah.
1-800 Clyde's got some good advice for you. He says, Georgie's saving up for that 86 Volvo 4-door.
I'm saving up for a Mustang that I most likely will never get.
Nope. He won't get that because he spends his money on trains. Look at.
But I didn't need to buy that. I'm so stupid.
No, it's not. It's cool. That's a great. See, George got a great deal on the 736. Show everybody the 736.
Like, whenever somebody brings up the car, man, I regret buying this. Like, I seriously regret buying this.
I'll buy it off you.
Let's discuss this after the stream.
$75.
No! Heck no!
You get
I'd be losing money.
You get 75% of your money back.
No! No. If I'm going to get rid of it, I want it at least break even. Anyways.
Right. James Train says if you don't want that 736, he'll take it. Anthony Sparico says
we get the most. Well, I have a 736 now. Grandpa says $10. I want a Camaro. Actually, Camaros are other ones that I've been looking at, but they're like impossible to find, like for cheap that run. If you know what I mean.
So Bill says, yeah, that was a tank of gas for that engine.
It was, but now I'm down $100 because I have 736.
This picture of it says, if you want a cool car, you have to do like I did when I was 16. Buy yourself a 1978 Chevy Suburban. On second thought, don't do that. Apparently that didn't work out very good for Pick the Vid.
Really bad gas mileage and a rusty car. Yeah.
So we're going back and forth between Mustang, Camaro. We got an IROC. I like this. Train Fan 120 says, hey, George, Grandpa might get you that Mustang if you give him that box car.
Deal. Grandpa, you can have the box car if I can have the Mustang.
Anthony says, I had 2 Mustangs, an 02 and an 06. Nice.
See, I never really liked the bodies of those Mustangs. But I've grown to like them just because I've seen what people do to them. Like, they turn them into drift cars, and I think that is super cool.
Yeah. I like those. That's I like growing up with. Well, actually, no. I grew up with the 90s one, the Fox body ones. ones.
See, the Fox Bodies ones, I think, are like some of the ugliest cars ever made.
Hey,
I'm sorry, but
I
they are. But
man, ouch.
I'm just saying, the 60s ones are just like amazing, and then they just kind of like died after that.
Grandpa says he's got a 1989 Chevy station wagon. That I took my driver's ed test in that station wagon. Grandpa still got it. You can have it, George.
Bad for
I took my driver's ed test. I was threatening George, and he was going to take his driver's ed test in the same car. I took my driver's ed test.
Bro, does it
Grandpa
even
still
run?
has it. Oh yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah. Grandpa says, I'll let you have the Mustang in my hangar. I don't think the owner wants it.
Deal! I'll even give you the 736. Throw in the
Oh, my
736.
James Train says, how about a 57 red Plymouth Fury? Isn't that what Christine was? Oh.
Yeah, I don't like the way those look. I think they're cool.
Christine, man. Have you seen the movie Christine, George?
I've heard about it, but I've never seen it.
Yeah.
I've seen the car.
Oh, yeah, I like that. How about a Volkswagen Thing, George? That's like the really boxy looking Volkswagen.
Like the bugs? Or not the bugs.
It was the same thing as a bug. No, it was the same thing as a bug.
Oh,
but it was.
No.
That's good. I'm with Bill Cabernis. I think a Dodge Neon is in order for George. Totally not cool car, but it gets you where you need to go. And it's cheap. And it gets good gas mileage.
What about a Ford Fusion?
Oh, they're expensive. They're
Are
more
they?
expensive. Yeah, I was looking for one of low mileage. And Bear Creek Woodworking has a 1980 Z28 Camaro that runs. Do you have a good place to cruise in your town?
Not really. Well, I mean,
There are places around where you cruise. There's a really good spot down in the town south of us in Morris, Illinois. They do a lot of cruising down there. Have some really cool car shows. I bet it'd be fun. I bet that 1980 Z28 is a sweet, sweet ride, man. I got to be honest with you. I'm a little jealous. That was pretty cool. Let's see here. Chevelle SS. That'd be a sweet one.
Chevelles are cool, yeah. Our neighbor had one for a long time, but then he got a Roadrunner. I think he sold it and got a Roadrunner. The Roadrunner is really cool, but I don't know. I like the Chevelle better.
Anthony Sparico says 65 Fastback GT is the best. I'm with you on that. That is one of my dream cars right there.
See, the Fastbacks are cool, but I only like it if it's got the racing stripes.
Oh, yeah.
If it doesn't have racing stripes, then I'd have a coupe.
Racing stripes, really?
Yes.
Yeah. Christine. So that's what it was. 57 Plymouth Fury is Christine. So LJL says he wants you to buy a Chinese SY class steam engine locomotive, George. It's only $300.
Oh, I got that in my back pocket.
Yep.
Fly out to China.
Oh my God. James says totally just didn't upload a video from the stream. I wonder what that's about. Mr. Pictovit says just go get a Winnebago. It will double as your first apartment. Now that's a good idea. I was actually telling George just to get a conversion van. Get him a nice van with some velvet paintings on the top, bed in the back, roll up.
No father will ever let me to drive their daughter around in that. You realize that, right?
Yeah, that's true. But man, you'd be sweet.
It would be cool. It would be cool. But it just wouldn't work out in my favor. I'd end up putting a train layout in it, too.
Oh, that would be even better, dude. D. Klinger, how's it going, man? Thanks
Hello, Daniel.
Thanks for swinging by. If again, just as my friendly announcement, if you're just rolling through the door, do us a favor, go down, smash that like button. Really helps us out with the algorithm. Yeah. Oh, here's a good one. Steve Hollick wants to sell a Studebaker. Anybody want a Studebaker? I think it's like a 48. Might even be older than that.
Dang.
Yep. Studebaker. Yep. Studebakers are not that bad. James Train says my dad owned a 70 Mac 1 when he was 17. I'm not sure what that is.
Mach 1?
Oh, Mach 1. Yeah, not Mac 1. Mac 1 is like a Big Mac. Mach 1, on the other hand, is pretty bad Mama Jama Mustang.
That is cool. Yes.
Yep. Ooh, a 52. 52.
No, I think it's oh.
That's the Studebaker Mr. Hollick's got. So D. Klinger says, I picked up the N-Scale 150th anniversary 4014 Big Boy today. It was awesome.
The Athearn one? Dude, the Athearn ones are so cool.
How much does that cost, George? How much does a Athearn Big Boy cost?
I could probably buy that mallet over there for as much as an Athearn big boy costs.
700,
Like 500.
500. Wow, that's a
They're expensive.
pretty sweet engine, I bet, huh?
Yeah, it's pretty sweet, but I'd rather have a mallet.
Yeah, especially that mallet. You love that mallet, that's for
Yes.
sure. Mr. Pictavit says, my mother and father-in-law were a bit concerned the first time I showed up to take my future wife out on a date in Suburban.
Exactly. See what I mean?
See, now, George, let me teach you some stuff about how to deal with.
Okay, not on the stream. Not on the
no,
stream.
it's
No, we're
great.
not gonna do this. We're not gonna do this.
No, George.
No. If you're gonna do this, just end the stream. I'm not gonna have this conversation with you on the stream. No, don't even talk. Don't. No, I don't care about your first car.
My first car was a 1976 Delta 88, right? It was nice, sweet, it was huge. Got 6 miles to the gallon, maybe got 8 miles to the gallon. Whether you were driving down the street or whether you were driving on the highway, big engine, but it had a big seat. It was a bench seat. Some of my best moves. But my best one was after I had it for a while, George, the passenger side door stopped working. Right. So imagine this. So I'm picking up girls to go on dates with them. The side didn't work, so I have to let them in the driver's side, and the dad's sitting there saying, "Hey, how come she's not going in the passenger side? Well, it doesn't work." And he's like, "Well, how's he gonna get out?" "Oh, don't worry, I'll let him out." Yeah.
No.
Yeah. No, that wasn't a good move. What I'm trying to do is trying to tell you to learn from my mistakes. You see?
Oh.
Although I'd be like, "Hey, baby."
No, stop it. We are not going to have
I'm not gonna. I'm just learn from that one's a mistake. I'll teach you all the good stuff off. This is. Oh my gosh. La 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 la. George's like, oh my gosh. Changing subjects here, back to your 4014 big boy. You got free time at all besides next Friday and Saturday? Because I can work, because I can call and show you the big boy.
Deal, Daniel.
Boom, boom. See, look, yeah, thank you. 1-800-CLY. Gen 2 fatherly advice. Listen.
No.
Yep, can't get out. What are you saying, Isaiah? Poor George. This is like nuggets of knowledge right here. Nuggets of knowledge. Wally dated girls with a 1976 Oldsmobile Delta 88. They got 11 miles to the gallon. It was. How you doing? Oh my gosh. Grandpa says this is the adult version of GFW trades. I got sweet tea tonight. I didn't even have the just sweet tea. All right, George. What do you want to talk about? You want to talk about how you lost the $20 challenge? Oh, $20 challenge. We're gonna run. I forget. We're running trades. Running some. Oh, actually, my $20 challenge over there.
You see, yeah, but let's see. Which one does Grandpa want more?
He does want yours, Amon.
Just saying.
Let's see. Pick the Vid says this isn't a road we're going down. It's a spur with a trail. Oh my gosh.
That's right.
Oh.
So yeah.
Oh gosh. Let me see if we can get this one, George. My brother has a friend named Lana. She always makes a joke about
No, I know this joke. Nope, I know this joke.
All right.
I know that joke.
Oh my gosh. So I didn't know this. LJL says there's a website where you can buy real locomotives and cars. What do you think?
I've seen it. I've been on it a couple of times.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, everything's like we could sell our house and buy a locomotive, but it's
Let's do it. Let's do it.
you can live in a private car, drive around in a locomotive.
That'd be nice. You're right. Picked a bit. I had a great mustache. Actually, there was a while when I couldn't grow like this part of my mustache. It was just the mustache or the bottom. So there was a long time that I just would have like the Amish goatee, George.
Like Mark McGuire.
Just the bottom part. Don't go with that. That's another piece of fatherly
Oh,
advice. Don't go
Lord.
with just the Amish goatee, just the bottom part, because it looks silly. Because I had a mustache in the bottom part, and there was nothing that connected them up. It didn't grow yet. I didn't hit puberty yet. Kind Cake, first time I seen you posted. Thanks for coming in. Thanks for hanging out with us this evening. Having a great old time here. Gateway to the weekend, George. Gateway to the weekend.
Trey Fans 120 says, "Why are you mooning us, Isaiah?"
Stop the embarrassment. Oh, come on. This is good stuff.
No, it isn't. Not on the live stream. I can get at the dinner table, but on the live stream, no.
Uh-oh, I'm embarrassing my mom. That really means I gotta stop. I don't mean embarrassing you, George.
What?
I'm embarrassing my mom.
Thank you, Grandma. Thank you, Grandma. GFW save BCOL 4605. Yes.
Oh my gosh.
You didn't have your credit card, Wally. For what?
I don't know. I don't know what he's talking about.
I'd
there.
like your credit card. Wouldn't mind having it.
Yeah. Hey, Amtrak Lover 205 is in the house. Thanks for joining us today.
Hello,
Appreciate
hello.
you hanging out with us on the stream. We're we're 226 into the stream. We're wrapping her up here a little bit. Unless you want to stay on here a little bit longer. Poor George is about ready to go to sleep. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. If you're just rolling in, smash that like button. It really helps out. So appreciate if you do that and grab some of the drink. And even though we're not going to be on for very much longer, hang out and we'll be talk a little bit. I know it's been a while. I hope things are going well for you. We've been talking trains and doing trains. What do you think of the layout? We've come a long way on this layout, haven't we?
Yes. Yes. Yes, we have.
That's what George has got to add to the conversation. Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
Anyways, yeah, cannot wait for York now that Grandpa brought that up. So yeah, that's the other thing I gotta save up for. York.
Yeah.
Yes.
Dang, D. Klinger got some tickets, 611 tickets. Got to blow the whistle and got the Hostler tour, first class tickets. Very nice, very nice. I am jelly of you, man. I'm definitely jealous.
Yes. Me too.
So Grandpa was wondering how many on the stream are thinking of coming to York for the fall TCA.
Me.
And we're gonna have
What-
a tailgate out there.
What are you thinking I'm buying?
I think you're gonna. I don't know. I think you're gonna struggle with what you're gonna have to buy because York is definitely a unique beast when it comes to that. For the post-war stuff, you got to buy it like this. It comes and it goes. It's all of the good deals. Post-war comes. You got to jump on it. As far as the newer stuff, I think you're going to look out for the newer stuff, and I think that you're going to buy. I think you're going to buy an articulated steam locomotive that you want. You're going to get a good deal on it. That's what I think.
Okay.
Pictavid says, I always appreciate the time of your dad. I'm not sure if George appreciates it.
I appreciate it when we're not talking about females.
I am dropping all of this knowledge.
Last time I listened, you didn't work out.
What was it?
I'm not
I
gonna
know
say.
it wasn't this one. Ready?
That one did work out.
See?
That was
sweet.
like the only one.
That one's a sweet move right there. That one is a sweet, sweet move. Well, Fair Creek, I appreciate you saying that. We were just having fun. I know George is winding down here, and I'm having some fun. Everybody drink. Everybody drink. So, GFW, or Wally, the guy that takes GFW trades.
Not anymore. Not anymore, man.
We'll see about that. We'll see about that.
Bro, I be pulling babes every day. We just gotta fix the Mustang. I could drive the Mustang around. It'd be great.
My confidence in you pulling babes is very low, George.
Bro, if I had the Mustang, I guarantee I'd pull babes.
Did he just call me bro? I just got him, bro.
Yeah, I call you bro. I call
Hey,
everybody bro.
Hey. I know. Hey, bro. Hey, bro. We're gonna have a great time at York. It's gonna be a good time, George. I can't wait. Your first York.
See, yeah, that's the
Blow
other
your
thing.
mind. What?
If I get a girlfriend, I won't have any money by the time York comes around.
You get a porn girlfriend.
What?
Sure.
It's like I have a whole library to pick and choose from. Yep.
All right, then get a rich one. I don't know.
No, it's oh my gosh.
But get a middle class girlfriend.
Anyways.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Another yawn there for George.
No
Everybody,
errors
wake up.
tomorrow, George.
All right, so we got baseball game tomorrow. Georgia got to get up early for that baseball game. No errors tomorrow. That's great.
Shoosh. I'll remember that.
Grandpa is making you nice. I bet that Mustang overheats before Georgia does. I'm bet that too, Grandpa. George is a finely tuned racehorse. He's a cross country racehorse, baseball racehorse. He's ready to go. Grandpa says, "Marry rich." My poor wife, she married on potential. Look how that's working out for her.
Stupid. Oh my gosh.
Oh, my. Bear Creek says, hold on a second. Oh, I've lost my ability. Oh, there we go. Oh, man. There we go. I'm starting to wonder what's in Wally's iced tea tonight. Yep. Bearcat again with another nugget says, get a rich girlfriend. She can buy you trains, George.
Did mom ever
Okay,
buy you a
actually, this
train?
is what you need to do. You need to find a girlfriend that just likes trains. Actually, you need to find a girlfriend that just tolerates the fact that you like
Yeah,
trains.
Sterling said no train girlfriends. So that never works out.
Oh my gosh. Amtrak Lover 205 says my glitching, so I guess I'm going to have to head out early. So, we'll see you around the roundhouse. Thanks for coming back and hanging out with us for a little bit, and enjoy your weekend. In fact, I think that we're going to be about ready to sign off here too. We've been on for 2.5 hours hanging out with y'all and having a great beginning to our weekend. So George looks like he's about ready to go to sleep. Are you staring at the stream, George, when you look down there?
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to have to fix the camera where it's at. I've got the camera too high. I think I got to move it down to the bottom. So it looks like you're just staring off into the distance.
No, I'm looking at the comment.
No, I get it. So anyway, looks like we're having some issues with pixelization and everything like that. Let me see this. Ooh, look on mine, George. It's paused. Look how it's paused. That's sweet.
Oh man. That's gonna become a meme now.
So we're frozen. Anyway, thanks everybody for coming by. I don't know if we're frozen or what's going on here, but we'll see you around the roundhouse.
Good, you can push it your way out.
All right, guys.
Bash.
Have a great weekend, everybody. Thanks for joining us. Appreciate it. Grandpa says don't bring the bat back too far.
Okay, I'll remember that.